It's No Advisory Podcast, episode number 35.
What up, though?
It's boy CEO McLean.
Shy Bugs in the building.
Merciless Guy Making No Advisory is officially in the building.
In the motherfucking building. So what's good, y'all?
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? How y'all doing? We got a nice No Advisory.
I'm about to tell you, that's what's poppin'.
The cups are lit, though. It's mad lit. Y'all see that punch?
That's you?
That was a show. I was sharing.
Did that. That's, you know how they send up a picture that's like, this is me taking a picture of a guy taking a picture. Remember that shit?
I actually have a few like that. I got like the Matrix selfie. I got a selfie and a selfie and a selfie. 3 different people taking a selfie.
Yeah. Of you taking a selfie. So somebody taking a picture of you taking a selfie of the
No,
other taking a selfie.
it's all of us taking selfies. So I'm taking a selfie. Somebody behind me is in my picture taking a selfie, and somebody behind them is in that picture taking. Yeah, so it's a selfie and a selfie and a selfie.
Oh, you got some classic shit there. I
never heard of that. Right?
Look,
yeah, that's some.
I'm gonna tell you, I got 2 selfies from like 3 or 4 years ago. Since time. Number 1 selfie is selfie with a bunch of strangers. You ever walk into like Party City and they show you all the different frames of all these white babies on the wall? Yeah, I took a selfie with all the white babies on the wall.
Why the white babies?
Wait.
I don't know. There ain't no black babies on the wall at Party City.
Well, looky.
You late. You gotta sit in the guest seat now. That means you gotta get
Guest seat.
And you gotta sweep up afterwards.
That's right.
Hey, bro. You gotta sweep up afterwards. That recording?
Yeah, we are live. Say hey to Instagram.
What I been screaming like that, motherfucker?
All y'all niggas
Y'all know each other. Oh, y'all carpool. Just
You know what you gotta do? Get on the camera and
I'm gonna need. Don't worry about the wine. There's a lot
Oh shit.
Go get the mop. The mop is back there.
Hey, go get the mop.
Damn it.
Alcohol abuse.
What I do?
All that stuff.
I'm still live.
Somebody hold that. Somebody grab that.
Grab what?
Her phone.
Oh, hold up.
Since
Yeah, hold
you
up. Yeah, you be the phone guy since you
late.
That's nice. Let's get all the camera time. But yo, what we got for hot topics today? What we got? Usher's got some confessing to do?
He does. Usher infected some more women. Now another bitch wants like $10 million. No
matter of fact, she said initially that she didn't have it when she initially made the statement.
She didn't have it, but then she got tested and found out she does have it.
Right.
So she upped it from 10 million to 20.
Ah, really?
But here what the judge was saying. The judge was saying, if I now grant you this money, I'm literally taking it out of the grown-up's hands to have responsibility for safe sex. Like, you got caught out there trying to have this baby by you. Like, that's what you was trying to do. You was trying to get this money anyway. Yeah. You had the unprotected sex, hoping you was going to get impregnated by this dude. You got what you was looking. You got something.
Hold up. Pause. How he know that she was trying to get pregnant?
No, they all trying to get pregnant.
What we saying is
she was just having sex. Yeah.
So, alright, but as an adult now, granted, we understand in your first situation, but as an adult, just because he's Usher, you fucking with no condom? Just because he's Usher?
I mean, it don't even have to be Ushers and bitches out here fucking wrong.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm talking about Usher. And we know Usher smashing daily. So you're not gonna protect yourself. So what else are you looking for?
I would protect myself.
All right, you looking for a baby or herpes? She got one. It's like that means you rolling the dice.
I never said I wouldn't protect myself. I definitely would protect myself for R. Kelly.
No, you wouldn't.
Peeing on bitches and shit, we gotta block all that.
First of all, you too old for R. Kelly.
I'm bad. R. Kelly don't want me no more.
You ain't got no chance. Yeah, you ain't got no chance.
You want them new eggs.
And I had a baby. He's like, hell no. That old bitch. Not that old bitch.
Was she 22? Hell no.
Say that Usher is the new age Bill Cosby?
Wow.
Usher wasn't drugging nobody.
First of all,
that's so tasteless. You saw that? Nobody liked it.
He came up with that on his own. We didn't authorize that.
Swinging the herpes to chicks and shit.
But Bill Cosby did nothing. He did nothing of the sort. So no, he is not.
He's like Wonder Man. Like Wonder Man. He got his own herpes lasso. Come here, bitch.
But you see all these memes. They got Usher, R. Kelly, OJ.
All of them together.
Those shits is funny, man. Those shits is funny.
They throwing Kevin Hart in there.
But with all that being said, who is missing from that is Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby will get all of them nice and right so that those 3 can do what they got to do.
That's true.
Bill Cosby bring the pills.
That's true.
Somebody got to bring the pills.
Knock them out every time. That's fucked up.
Now, shout out to my man Usher. You know what I'm saying? He out there doing his thing.
I know he's so embarrassed. Poor thing. I know he's embarrassed.
Yeah, that must. I mean, what is how does his wife feel about that?
Do he have a wife? I thought they got the boy.
He's married.
What happened?
Has this even been confirmed?
confirmed
finds
that
that
herpes?
has to be
Yes.
confirmed.
Yes,
He has
it's been
herpes.
confirmed.
Yes, it's been confirmed.
By
That
who?
he has
By
it?
the doctors.
Why you
What
in denial?
The doctors
Why you in
leaked out the
denial?
information.
I'm not in denial, but what I'm saying,
She maybe had sex.
first of all, Usher's not my type.
Usher's unprotected until I heard this bullshit.
And now,
First
Now I
of
gotta
all,
go to the gas
no, I
station.
don't want to smash Usher. I just wanted to make sure
huh? What you said?
that it's been confirmed because everybody's just jumping up
But actually,
by
this was news in 2012. You know what I'm saying? And the documents just leaked out. Just
Exactly. We had no idea.
Yeah, we had no idea, but they had ideas. So I think it's somebody in Usher's camp. He probably pissed somebody off. He's like, oh, word? Oh, you're not going to give me this bread? Nigga, look. Herpes, nigga. Herpes, nigga. Hold on. Now all these chicks that you smashed.
Oh, you want me to go make you a drink? Let me stir this shit for you,
Like,
nigga.
yo, you trying to phone me in $100,000? Look, all right, this shit gonna hit you for like 20 mil because you got that herpes shit. So
That's one of his dude's sisters. Trust and believe. That's somebody.
It's
in the
somebody's
that's his
personal
sister.
facts.
Yeah,
Y'all believe
that's
that?
his sister.
you think so?
Yeah.
Shout out to Usher and herpes. But I know this is not on here. But I just want to touch on basis. They just Trump just did some shit where he banned
Transgender from enrolling in the
military.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that. Man. How do y'all feel about that?
We don't.
They voted for
I
him.
feel like I speak in unison. We ain't really too worried about that.
I'm not. I definitely wasn't. I
We don't
thought I
give
was
a damn
like,
about
oh,
no
okay.
Listen, I'm saying the transgender community is fucking. They are popping. They get whatever they fucking want.
Nah, but you know what though?
Huh?
You like tranny?
It's not that.
You rallying for trannyism.
I'm just saying.
But at the end of the
Rallying
day,
for trannyism.
No. They are a large fucking gang group. They get whatever they want.
I don't think they mad though. You think they want to fight for the United States? I don't think they mad. I think they good.
You think they're good?
I
I'm
think
just
they're
saying.
good. I mean, I think that of course they gonna make noise because they want to be treated equal. You know, that's the only problem they don't have with it. But if they were to get what you call it? If they were to get drafted or something, I bet you they would be tight. Nobody want to go fight and all that. If you know what I'm saying, so they would get tight. It's just that they want to be included. You know what I'm saying?
You think they're not treated equally because they are?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's discrimination. I'm not saying it's not discrimination. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be mad though. I don't want to be in the military any fucking way. So. You know what I'm saying?
We don't really care about that. I mean, at the end of the day, we was 3/4 of a person and shit, nigga.
That is true.
About that. Nigga,
That's
that is true.
3/4 of a person.
Black
They had to
people,
go through
right.
a certain period of time. Gays, everybody got to go through their period of time, but they just getting shit on. That's just the reality of the world.
Yeah, but
shit ain't just ain't gonna happen overnight.
It's LBGQ. Is that the right?
It is. Yes, T, R, U, B, N, all that. Yup, it's the whole bunch.
It's LGBT.
No, but I heard they added some next shit.
And they added a Q in there. I don't know.
Alright,
if
so the
they
whole
put
alphabet, right?
They added a Q.
It is.
That alphabetical group.
The whole alphabet.
The whole alphabetical group. I've had multiple discussions about it. Is it me, or although they claim to be, hated on, they are the angriest group on the planet? They mad about every goddamn
I don't know if they
thing.
necessarily mad.
They mad about everything. It's like they claim about so much hate towards them, but you notice they always mad at everybody for being straight, like that was like that's an issue.
Yeah, they don't want to see no heterosexual nothing.
So you got a girlfriend?
How is that?
I might have to kill you in the parking lot later.
Or if it's not enough, I don't know.
I don't understand what you mean they mad. Like they mad at what? Are they both?
That's my point.
It's just,
They gay and straight at the same damn time. If you touching titties,
Not the training, not the
well, I mean, you all hybrid ass bitch. I don't know what else to say.
Wait, are you talking about just the
Those are hermaphrodites.
I'm talking about the
that's not the lesbian. Lesbians like women. That's it.
I was just talking about the whole
He's talking
community.
about, right? He's talking about the whole community,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just the
They mad because they had to live in
So they're not-
Hold on. Y'all fucking up.
Who's
What's going
that?
on over
They
there?
knocked it down that light.
Right.
Two big
Listen.
niggas and butt.
Blocking the camera.
That's what I was looking
Okay,
for.
we're gonna have to get this
That's true.
organized over
Yeah, my phone.
The cameraman blocking the camera.
Like,
Listen, we have to be aware of this.
We're
On it the whole time.
To the
I
fans,
spilled the
to
wine, I
fans,
had
we
to take a
apologize.
break.
Over the last 8 minutes, you've been watching the blue plaid
You're
shirt.
watching
We here, we live. There's no advisory. We live.
He did.
We still here. We are officially in the building.
yo.
He didn't say hello, everybody.
He already come with stuff. We've been seeing his back muscles for the last 12 minutes. They on live like, ooh, who that? What show is this? It's the thing when you look at it, gotta see the picture inside.
Hell yeah, you gotta keep staring, girl.
Keep looking, you don't see it. It's the trap house, bitch.
Those is trannies in there, girl. Keep staring. Those is trannies in there.
Hey, pour me some more punch, please.
That no advisory punch on deck.
Pour me some more punch.
You got a little king like that. More punch, please.
More punch, please. That's it.
The cup is
Pour to my
empty.
cup. Gentlemen, we got two special guests with us tonight. We got my man Cam over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to go by? I don't want to say Cam. Yeah, I can't say that shit. You know what I mean? But like, 'cause I know you got the Paintxpurpose, but what is like the what name you want to go by that you want to announce about? Huh? Archery. Yeah. All right, we got archery in the building.
Yeah.
And we got
My man's B.O.
and B.O.
Yeah.
Archery and B.O.
Yeah.
We got archery and B.O. Light skinned B.O. in the building.
It sound like
Shit about to pop over here. Call archery and B.O.
somebody named Autry way less than 235. It's all big, nigga. Yeah. My cousin Autry.
Why did you fight this nigga? Man, you gonna call this nigga over this bullshit? Call it Audrey?
And then we got Iamchewy from 92.7 The Block. He'll be stopping by later on with us tonight as well. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Yeah, he coming through.
He coming through.
Yeah, he coming through. He coming through.
Did you see?
See what?
You see last week? You know what I'm saying? When I was at the one like Monday.
Yeah. He was there?
Yeah, oh yeah, Trey was there, he was doing his thing. He was talking. He had this big girl. He had that fat girl, and she was grinding on my man. My man was big too. He looked like the big.
No, that was
You
the one
talking
like
about?
Monday.
That was the one
That was on Saturday.
That was Saturday.
Yeah.
That was freaking Saturday.
Shout out to the No Advisory Punch.
You see what it does to the people.
This is some voodoo shit.
You see what it does to the
He
people.
put
That was on
pineapple,
Saturday.
rum, and he shake bones over this motherfucker. Nigga. I don't know what everybody be lit when they leave this motherfucker. One boy was sweating up under the nipples the other day. I said, God damn.
Oh, the titty sweat juice to
You ain't even have enough
with
cool.
the titty sweat.
You ain't even have enough cool to edit the shit out.
No,
You done edited the
that's raw. That's
Yeah,
raw
that's
and cut. That's raw and
That's
cut.
what happened when you went on the
Y'all need to know the No Advisory Punch is real.
Listen, I don't care what you rap about, nigga. If your titties sweat, nigga, I don't believe you. So if you come over here and ain't got no deodorant on, you got nigga put something up under the lip.
Had some powder or something. That nigga was wet.
Shout out to my man Juice, man. My man Juice alone.
The nine.
Shout out to my man Juice and Don.
Juice killed it at Juice killed it at the phone party though.
He did his thing with the
The
belt and all that.
Juice went hard at the phone party.
This nigga had a full-on professional grade industrial leather.
And he said that he was not gonna perform without
Buster Douglas championship belt around his goddamn waist.
He said he was not performing without
wearing all that 24 karat gold plate. Nigga.
Yeah, be careful, your titties might sweat.
We on the plaza, nigga. You about to get robbed.
My nigga, like.
Yo, hold up. But what? I didn't see this. LeBron is being exposed. What happened with that?
Nah, his stepfather talking about, threatening to put some information out there, whatever, because LeBron, I guess, didn't agree with his relationship with his mom. Some shit like that, right?
That was a step pop. I thought it was like somebody that she was dating.
You thought it was Delonte West. You out to look, nigga.
No, on the headlines it was like Beyonce's LeBron James's mom's ex-boyfriend. I saw that, so that's what that is.
That's what that is.
So why they got a step pop?
Well,
I didn't see
I
nothing about a
don't
step
know.
pop.
Why is it that the only ex-boyfriend you think she had was Delonte West?
No, I didn't say Delonte.
No, but that's exactly who you thought.
That's
No,
who
I never saw it. I never saw Delonte West. It was some dark-skinned bald-headed guy like Paris that was on. She was like,
But listen. Why are we gonna skip over the fact like she ain't had multiple ex-boyfriends? Okay,
She did have it, yeah.
LeBron James'
So,
mom was a
Mom,
thot.
I was going to say that.
That's
She
crazy.
on some thot shit. Any
Don't call
motherfucking
his mother a
thot.
thot.
She's a cougar.
She be
Your parents don't have no respect for the black woman. I just cannot. You're not about to do this to get this. Why you know she's a thot?
Everybody knows she knows that. Fucking on Instagram, she got
Fuck out of here, my nigga.
She told her Instagram.
He never
saw that.
That should go TMZ real quick.
That's gonna be a hot take.
You never seen that shit.
That's definitely been a hot topic.
We either gonna take it to the next level or we gonna get shut down off that shit I just said. So whatever.
LeBron James got his people like, listen, shut that shit down.
You know
Talking about my mom's working or something.
Shut that shit down. Man, she really adopt though.
He probably ordered niggas.
So I wonder what Juicy got on her. Got on him.
Well, oh yeah, I don't know. He's talking about going on Wendy Williams. You know, Wendy gonna get it out.
Oh,
so
you wanna go on Wendy
you
Williams?
wanna go on Wendy Williams. You know, she gonna get it out.
You mean William Wendy?
She be like, so.
He gonna win. He gonna win the Williams. It's over. It's over for LeBron. But it gonna be over LeBron. Go over LeBron.
When you gonna get killed? LeBron is Illuminati.
First of all,
She better not try to expose King James, nigga. You know who I am, nigga. King James talking all this shit. Basketball don't bounce. You say nigga get a half a cent. Nigga, King James, nigga, you know what I mean? He carried the whole East, the whole Eastern Conference.
can I ask y'all why y'all keep calling Wendy Williams a female?
That's
one of the biggest niggas I've ever seen in my life.
Wendy glowing up. Y'all didn't see her recent pictures? She's glowing the fuck up.
You talking about William Wendy?
Wendy Williams?
Wendy
Yo, her
Williams
shoulders are
is
squarer than
glowing
mine,
up.
and I'm a big nigga.
She's
No, she got some big
glowing
ass
up.
feet too.
Let me show y'all this picture.
If she smack you, she gonna smack you on both sides of your face at the same time. You seen her hands?
Everything is big on Wendy
She
Williams.
big. I'm not saying that she's not a big bitch.
You said she
But
glowed
she's
up.
glowing up.
Let me see the glow up pic.
I'm about to find it right
Yeah,
now.
what's the glow up pic of Wendy?
Y'all talk about this nigga like
This can't be no glow up pic of
Wendy Williams.
It is. I'm about to show y'all.
This nigga
right
started for the fucking
now.
What's the
Falcons.
movie? Like, when I think of Wendy Williams, why do I think of that movie?
Joanna Man.
Joanna Man?
Holiday Heart.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Which movie was it?
He said Holiday Heart.
Oh, they had the nigga Bing Rames, that nigga. Oh,
Hey, that's
man.
the big. He was a big
Wait,
dude.
Yeah. That's
I
bad.
think about the movie. It's like, I don't want my nigga Bing Rames to go out like that, man.
He was comfortable in that shit.
I want to remember fucking Tyree's baby mama on in the Hucklebuck being raised. That's what.
Whatever.
Big screen TV.
He did
Drinking Kool-Aid, butt nigga cooking eggs in the motherfucking kitchen. Being raised. That thug nigga. I don't need goddamn holiday heart. Fuck that.
Anyway,
I just want to say, you remember that thing? You know when I think of Wendy Williams, I think about that thing. Remember that part in that movie, and you might help me think of this movie because you know movies, dog. The dude walked he went to the massage parlor and he thought he was getting rubbed down by a chick.
Let me see it.
When she said something, she was like, "Hi, I'm Leon." And then, what's the joke? First Sunday. First Sunday.
Wendy looked good in that picture.
Keep
Wait, glowed up.
Hold on. You know why you want to say she looks good? Because she got all that manhood covered by all that hair. You can't see all the Wendy.
That's a horrible glowed up picture of her.
Ask the people. Wendy not glowing up. Wendy is glowing up.
Man, that bitch
First of all, you gotta call her
Bitch like Wendell Williams. Wendell Bobby Williams.
You said this is glowed up? Oh.
She looked better than she did before. Look at
He's a handsome
That
young
big
man.
ass Illuminati eye and shit. She got one bang coming and shit. Then she got one big ass giraffe eye.
Look at that shit. Oh, God.
He said the giraffe eye. I'm done.
I'm done too. I'm done with that.
If you was representing Wendy Williams, you would be fine.
Shorties down.
This is on Wendy's page, so she liked to picture her damn self.
She look like Queen in The Walking Dead. Like she masses something all the zombies. Like go. How you doing? Frolic and kill.
I like Wendy. I always fuck with Wendy.
Frolic and kill.
Whatever.
Alright, so real quick, since we ordered, this gotta be. I just gotta ask the people out there, y'all comfortable with Julio Jones? First of all, wearing a $150,000 earring into the lake,
Oh, and he lost his shit.
losing it in the lake,
But then he.
and then hiring an $8 billion dive team to go find a $150,000 earring.
Did they find it?
Hell
It
no,
doesn't
they didn't
matter.
find
It
it.
doesn't
find that
matter.
shit.
It doesn't
No, they
matter.
did not find
It
it.
doesn't matter.
That was a waste of money.
It doesn't matter. He spent 18 times as much as the earring was cost to just go buy another earring.
Yeah, word. How much was it?
It was
150,000.
and he spent $47 jillion on the dive team.
Stop it. Let's get the number right. I want to know exactly how
I don't know how much he spent on the job team, but I know it was more than 150,000.
I mean, so to a guy like that, 150,000 is what?
But then why? I bet you he spent more on the dive team. If you're gonna spend more on the dive team, you might as well just get
It's not like you could just call the sheriff and be like, yo,
It
what
has
y'all
some
doing?
kind of significance.
That's because
You know what I'm
the
saying?
earring was leased. It was not his. So he had
Clearly,
to
that's
find
why
it.
he was so pressed.
Yeah, what I'm saying
That's
is,
unfortunate.
my thing is he still got $150 to give away. Of course he does. The football season's about to start. He got a $150 to give away. He might not like it, but he got a $150
That
to give
earring was
away.
not purchased.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why he
That's how that goes.
That's a valid reason.
What I'm saying is,
Something.
even if it costs $150, he got the $150. Just pay off the earring and don't tell nobody the bullshit. Now you look dumb for hiring a dive team.
And they didn't find it.
And they didn't find it, so you
Right.
still gotta pay for the earring and the motherfucking dive team.
Right.
Yeah, archaeologists in the
Or earrings.
Where's the magnifying glasses
That
and
nigga
shit?
was pressed.
Justin
Get the fuck out of water. Y'all, come on. What's up?
Now,
I'm calling niggas
how do
money.
you expect to find a little ass pebble in that big ass lake? How you expect
No,
to
the
find
ice
it?
be shining. You jump in that water, bling bling. Bling bling.
There it is.
A turtle ate that shit. That shit.
Bad.
5 years from now, that shit gonna float somewhere. Somebody gonna be like, ew, daddy, look. Ew, daddy.
No, but how much was the fucking dive team?
Oh, I don't know. Nobody
That
did.
shit
It
just
just makes sense.
So that's just like saying the nigga lost his shit. He fucking called SWAT. You don't call a fucking dive team just like that.
Yeah.
That ain't some shit. Speed dial. Second time I lost my earring today. Yeah.
Let me call right.
It's going down.
It
Yes,
wasn't
it's in the
like
lake.
that.
Yeah.
Facts.
Fuck out of here, bro.
I think you got too much high expectation for a nigga named Julio. I don't think you feel like talking about that goddamn motherfucker. It don't sound like he make great decisions. That nigga named Julio, y'all trust him. I mean, goddamn.
Julio Jones.
Nigga, Julio Jones.
Right.
It's like you
got
think
two
he's
first
staying
names.
in, but then the nigga come back. You know what I'm saying? Like Juan Jackson. Nah,
That don't make
Nah,
sense.
nigga.
That shit don't even match.
You a nigga.
You say you're a
You a
nigga.
nigga. Don't try to trick me with that Caesar.
Yo, did you hear Meek Mill's album? Meek Mill's album.
I heard it was dope.
good.
I
How
ain't
you
hear
think
it.
about it? You think it was dope?
No,
I heard
You
it was
didn't hear it?
dope.
Why you didn't hear it yet?
because I'm not a Meek fan.
But we are media personality. You have to be up on the nut.
We up on the
Or I can say I'm not a Meek fan.
You gotta listen to the album.
Or like I have to.
Did you listen to
Or
it?
I can say I'm not
Huh?
a
You
fan.
listen to
Yes,
it?
of course, my
And
man.
you
Shout
fuck with it?
out to Hassim who gave me the title subscription on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be on
Just
there
like that.
for free.
So, I mean, you giving it to everybody?
No, not you.
So why?
Not you, my friend. Not you, my friend.
I got time to shoot her.
That's why Apple
I got
Music
time to
is
shoot
good.
In terms, not you, my friend. That's a fucking.
How was it?
Yes.
What do you think about it?
I hit a couple joints. You know, I hit the skip through, boy. So I gotta go back and listen like hard to it. You know what I mean? See what
It's
he's
not
talking
good
about
reviews,
because
though, for the
he's just
most part.
about beats. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to.
But he's still yelling. He's still yelling.
Yo, I mean, yeah, that's how you do it. Oh, we on that. Y'all niggas.
Yeah, he gotta switch that shit out. I'm tired of that shit.
But that's
The whole album.
But that's Philly though. That's
What
why
you gonna do?
Freeway. That's why Freeway.
That's the
was
whole
about.
fucking album, though. The whole
Nah,
album.
Free had a whole different vibe to him though. Like he was loud, but
No, Free had like that horse voice.
That
shit.
nigga was whining.
yeah, but he wasn't
whining.
yelling. But Free, but it was original.
There
There you go. There it is.
Holy niggas got niggas in the morning eating the bread. Nigga cooking eggs in the morning.
Keep going. For the whole album, though.
Yeah,
The whole fucking album. The whole album.
But he was hot though.
It was hot,
Yeah,
but
when
you
he first
can't
dropped-
listen to that for the whole
the
album.
whole
I see
album.
what he's saying. I see what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I hit the skippity dippity.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm
whole
saying?
album.
It's like, okay, I heard, okay.
Even on the love song with Chris Brown, he's
You listen to the whole album?
Yes.
How'd you feel about it?
He's screaming on a love
It's
song.
like a yes.
Did you like it? Did it sound different than his other albums?
No, because he's screaming.
And then ask me again if I listen to it. Ask me again if I listen to
But
it.
no, but he
No, ask me again. Ask me again.
You fuck with it.
Ask me again if I
No,
listen
I
to
don't
it.
like it.
You don't like it.
Right, you know what? Why don't you like it?
Because he's screaming on the whole fucking album.
Did he scream on his last album?
Yes.
Did you like the last album?
No.
Ask me again if I listen to this one. I just want you to ask me again. Ask me again. Tell me why I have to listen to the same shit I've already heard.
I mean, it's different content.
Because it's new
But
shit.
you like lyrics.
It's
You
new-
like
it's
to
new-
do
it's
that
new
like
lyrics.
lyrics.
I can't listen to lyrics and niggas screaming.
It's post Drake beat up.
Yeah.
Now that he's supposed to
You gotta see
address
how
all
he's
that,
gonna
he
bounce
addressed
back,
Nicki
goddamn.
on them, all
So-
that. So you didn't hear none
So
of that.
what?
When a football player gets injured, you don't watch him ever again. You don't watch
That's
football.
pretty much
No. It's
Hold up.
different to get injured and different to get seriously
So,
get
Antoine.
shot. Like Meek Mills is taking bullet after bullet after bullet.
nigga
after-
took
like niggas go to the
bad
ER and catch him and shoot him again. He can't take that many L's. Dude.
I'm in the
They ain't giving this nigga no
audience.
time to recover. Like Luke Kuechly had a concussion. He got a
So
fall
they're
season.
done.
Meek Mills just take losses, nigga. Like day after day after day after
Come
day.
at my
Like,
man from Philly like that. I ain't come at him like that shit.
it ain't gotta be me. There's a whole lot of niggas giving him losses. It ain't me.
So Antoine,
So what you saying is Meek is still rapping like he's ordering in a drive-through from the passenger seat.
Yes.
Let me get
That's exactly. That is
That's
spot on.
accurate.
That is
Okay.
so spot
When
on.
you're in a job, you be like, let me get a number 5.
So they gonna because
wait a minute. No. That's
right, because she was like, "Is that it for your order?" He was like, "Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You thought I was finished?"
Exactly.
And ordered some more. I just wanted to make sure.
That's Meek Mills.
Let me get some fries.
Shout out to Meek Mills though. His album.
He said, "Let me get some
Shout out to
fries."
Meek Mills. Shout out to Meek Mills.
Ordering some fries. You get a full.
She said, "Y'all
Pretty fine.
But y'all, let's get our special guests on.
That was good shit.
Our first special guest on for the night. Let's get them on. Let's give them a round of applause. We got. Say it again. B.O.
B.O., yeah.
B.O. and Art Street. Arto. Art Street. You should call him Cam, man. So this new name. I gotta get the new name.
That's my last name.
It's
It
archery.
is?
Yeah, Archery. Yeah.
Archery.
I'm mad you asked him like he wasn't
Like,
sure.
I'm about
That's
to
my last
say-
name. You sure?
Let's get him on, man. Let's get him on. Running back. Round of applause, man. Round of applause, man. Round of applause. Let's get him on.
You got no chair. You got no chair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say,
my chair.
Yeah, get that one chair over there.
rotate.
Yeah, and I'll be pee.
Bring that chair over here.
Oh, I know, right?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Shout out to Cheyenne Jackson showing us love on Facebook.
Shout out to Cheyenne and somebody else too. Why can't I log out this shit?
Yo, I'm fucking these shits up. They ain't even know.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me that chair? If you don't mind? Give me that chair. If you
I
don't
don't
mind.
know why. Get the headphones on.
Appreciate it.
Well, that's why you never did the interview.
Come on, fam.
Come on,
Let me
man.
get my information.
Yeah, I got your information sheets up. Get your information sheets.
All them damn things, yeah.
Can I get a little more of that punch, though?
Of course. These tortillas. These tortillas.
Of course you can.
I don't know carrots.
Not on this seat.
So what's good, man?
That's the word.
This is how we do. You gonna let this when you come on. The three main things you gotta say is who the fuck you are, where you from, and let the people know what the fuck you did.
Shit, man. My name's Cam Autry.
Get into the mic, get into the
Talk
mic.
to the come on, act like come on, you all out at work and shit. Get in the fucking mic, motherfucker.
Nah, that's all I love, man. I'm from the east side of Charlotte, you know, go by Autry. I do a lot of events in Charlotte since last year. Art shows and do music showcases and all that, so.
Dope shit.
And who's a light skinned drink next to you?
Yo, hold on. You're right. That nigga look like Rotini. Don't he look like
Ah, the nigga from Power.
That's crazy. It's your boy B.O.
That's Chewy just walked in the building. What's going on, Chewy?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's your boy B.O. Originally from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Have a seat, guy. I'm sorry. Good. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, you good. Originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. I do a lot of events as well around the city, so a lot of parties or whatever. You know, representing Cap Office side, so, you know.
Okay.
Crimson and Cream. Hey, you bad.
There you go.
But Crimson and Cream,
my
though.
soror.
But Crimson and Cream,
With the
though.
wobbly knee niggas. You ain't supposed to be signing with the niggas with the
Shout out to
arthritis in the
Peter,
knee.
shout out to Peter, and shout out to everybody who's liking the page right now. Shout out to all of y'all. So tell us about this, the paint with purpose.
Sure.
I mean, you got the about section here, but I'm gonna let you explain.
No, you good? You good? Yeah, so Paint with Purpose basically is a paint and sip event, wine and design. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that? Cut that shit off. Who's that?
Merce over here fucking up. What you doing?
I'm sharing the page.
Yeah, just
okay.
too loud. You can hear
How
me.
you want that?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so Paint with Purpose, my bad, is pretty much a paint and sip event. So wine and design, pretty much giving people the opportunity to come out there and you know, being artists themselves. So we got our first event coming up this Sunday, July 30th. It's called Real Art Function. You know, so pretty much what we do is we do theme events. You know, our first event's gonna be centered around hip hop and neo soul vibes. So you know, everything from the music to the painting selections, it's gonna be pretty dope. So make sure y'all come out to that.
And when is that being held again?
July 30th at Studio 7 in South End.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Paint with purpose. So what's like the whole meaning behind this title, Paint with Purpose?
Right. So, Paint with Purpose, basically, a lot of people, you know, who are into the arts, they don't really understand. Some people really don't understand why they're into art. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, Paint with a Purpose is putting a purpose behind everything you do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to understand what's my purpose in life, or you know, etc. So with this, you know, we really enjoy the arts, we really enjoy painting, so we're trying to put a purpose behind everything we're doing.
Okay, dope. That's something dope for Charlotte, cause you know, in Charlotte it's so like Charlotte is on the up and up as far as like art, music, entertainment, all that stuff is concerned. Right. So how do you feel the art scene here is in Charlotte, or just the scene in general as far as being an entrepreneur and doing things like this? How do you feel that scene is, or how do you feel like the support and stuff is like that in Charlotte?
It's getting a lot better. Since last year, I did like a lot of events pertaining to art and music exactly. But it's a couple of people, maybe like 4 or 5 of us out here just going real hard for us, and we're just trying to network with each other to build a culture here and just make it a little bit more stronger, and not comparing us to like New York or Atlanta, DC. We just trying to make it big here first, so everybody who here can just eat off of what's here.
How long y'all been doing that? How long y'all been up to it?
Well, this gonna be our first one right now.
It's our first event, but I mean, personally, we've been doing events probably like going on 3 or 4 years, you know?
Right. So the Painting with a Purpose, like as far as when y'all started that.
So we pretty much been cooking this up for a couple of months now. Going on like 6 months now. You know what I'm saying? But we officially putting it out to the mainstream now. You know what I'm saying? So
That's awesome. You got any major things coming up that you gonna do, that you guys doing project-wise, any collaboration, stuff like that?
Yeah, actually we're partnering up for Labor Day with some of my big homies. They got a brand out called The Wow. They originated out of Raleigh and C2. They do a lot of events out in New York as well. We're doing a yacht party out in Lake Norman. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all pull up.
Oh, wait, y'all doing a yacht party in
Make sure we float out there.
Yeah, we gotta be there. Lake Norman's like fucking, how far is Lake Norman?
It's not far. It's like 30 minutes.
If that,
That shit like a day to get there.
Don't do this. That's the only place
where the water is.
I know you was gonna make
That shit like
this.
a day to get there?
No, it doesn't.
How long is it?
Not 30 minutes max.
You're lying.
No, I'm
From
not.
where you at?
No, from where you at.
I'm in Mint Hill. This shit like fucking
No.
Long Island in New York.
No, you down the block from Central. Don't make
What's
no
Central?
mistake
I don't even
about
know
this.
what's Central.
Central Ave.
What?
you need to go to Central. That's where the culture at.
What the fuck is Central?
Central Ave.
Yeah,
The same is about we went to go to the West Indian spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's Central?
Yeah, it was right.
Oh, yeah, it's cool over there. I like that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like nice little fooderies and shit.
Fooderies.
Yeah, fooderies.
Lake Norman. We're gonna do that. What's the date on that job?
The day, yes, Labor Day, so September 2nd.
Oh, September 2nd? Ah, dope. So how many artists have you worked out locally here in Charlotte that's part of this event?
For this event, we got Surge. It's gonna be our instructor for this one this Sunday. And he does a lot of events around Charlotte and outside of Charlotte. But yeah, he's gonna be mainly the prime person that we got. He got a large following.
So he's gonna be the main one that's doing this event?
Well, he's gonna be instructor. So like it's a paint sip. So
he's an instructor.
Yeah. So
okay.
you're gonna get a theme, and the theme is just basically hip hop. You feel me? And then what he's gonna do is gonna have the little vibes going. At the same time, he's gonna instruct everybody to
paint a
follow
certain picture,
along,
you know.
paint the picture.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's so different. Who came up with that concept?
A collab, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah, be serious. Who came up with the concept?
Okay, so me and my homie Todd, we was just chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? And he came with me with the idea, so I reached out to Cam, because I already know he out here doing this thing with the events, you know? So I was like, look, we got this idea, what you think about it? He was like, let's rock with it, you know? So we pretty much just testing the waters right now.
Shout out to Todd. He can't be here right now. Shout out to Todd.
The shout out to Todd couldn't be here right now.
But pretty
Make sure
much,
he's here next time.
pretty much, you know, it's a thing that goes on, you know, in other cities mainly, you know what I'm saying? They got some out in DC, LA, but it's really new to Charlotte as well, new to our culture, I could say. You know what I'm saying? So we're really trying to break through with that. So.
Okay. Let's go. Y'all got a question, man? Y'all be sitting there, man, fucking quiet. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
No, I just got done talking. You just talk so goddamn much.
I ain't saying nothing else. I'm just like...
Pull up too, man.
I got all the information on the events. That's what I like to do.
You know,
I can't.
Wait, I ain't no better.
Y'all talk all this fucking shit, and you get the guests on, y'all go...
I shut that back. Dog, you talking about bringing sand to the beach, dog? You talking about bringing the ladies? Ain't no ladies gonna be in the
No, hold on.
No,
We didn't say that. We didn't say that.
Yeah, go ahead and bring your ladies out, man. That sound like a setup, don't it?
You can throw alleys.
Sound like some autistic niggas trying to take your women. Like, oh yeah, bring the ladies out, man. Yeah.
We done smashed everybody we bringing out. Y'all bring things out.
You related to Cuddy, nigga, if you say shit like bring your legs. I think you're picky. You're
Who the
picky.
fuck is Cuddy? What is that?
Where you from, son? Like what planet?
Who the fuck is that?
How do you not know who Cuddy is?
Who's that?
From Dead Presidents, the nigga with the long pinky finger. The nigga with the long pinky, that was Cuddy, nigga.
No, I never knew his name.
Hey,
That's crazy.
tell why not stop by. Yo, nigga, that nigga don't know Cuddy. Cuddy pulled up in a Buick, nigga. He was, listen, Lorenz Tate was kissing on his girl. It was Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents?
Dead Presidents. Lorenz Tate kissing on his girl. Cuddy
Y'all
pulled up.
remember that shit?
Cuddy pulled up on the bitch. They gave him $100.
No, you don't remember that shit. He don't even know what that shit is.
I don't know what that is.
Cuddy, I don't know Cuddy. I don't know Cuddy. I don't fucking.
Wait, what's your name, bro, again?
Sid.
Sid.
My man Sid. That was my man Sid.
Yo, can I get some of this right here, though?
Hey,
Leave that alone.
what is
I
that?
can't get none of this?
No, man.
So y'all feeling the punch, man?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I need to sell this joint.
No, that's coming soon.
We
That's
told
coming
niggas.
soon.
We told
Yeah.
niggas.
That's coming
We
soon.
was out there at the plaza.
Make sure you buy.
My man Merce was out there. Shout out to Guy Maker on IG. This nigga was out here.
Yeah,
with the
hustle.
punch. We was out there on the plaza in the corner. You know what I'm saying? At the foam thing. All I seen was foam and it was asphalt out there. It was big chunks of asphalt. It was all types of shit. Niggas was performing on stage. Nigga, winds blowing. Nigga, it was pre-tornado conditions. Nigga, it was humid than a motherfucker. Nigga, it was humid than a motherfucker. They had bubbles and suds. Now, when the last time you ever seen black folk just frolicking through some suds and shit?
You go with that word again. You like this frolic shit.
Yeah, that's the second time, right?
I think I learned that
That's the second time.
this week. I think I learned
so.
that word. Niggas was frolicking.
You know, I want to know, like, how many, because there's a lot of local artists out here. I've worked with an artist, her name by the name of Dania Davis. She's really, like, I would say in Charlotte, she's probably one of the dopest artists that I work with. Y'all heard of her?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Near Perfection. That's her tag.
Near Perfection. Mm-hmm.
Never heard of her?
Nah.
She does paint.
Yeah, she does like she does art. Like, but her art, she has like a creative twist on her art is for. You gotta look at it. I think her name is like Near Perfection on Instagram. Yeah, look her up. Like, how many like local artists have y'all worked with out here as far as painting and stuff?
My events I did with Wet Willies with another person by Naj, and we did that last year. So we did with Surge is one of them. Another artist go by Alex. A lot of these other artists.
And he's done like poetry events too.
It's a long list of. You gotta keep rolling and rolling with these artists, but it's probably maybe like 5 to 10 people in the shows. So a lot of the artists that we do work with, it's like off of request from somebody else.
Yeah.
I know somebody who want to showcase their art. Okay, cool. We'll pull up on them. They just come here and then they showcase their art. If they want to sell their art, then that's how we get the game going.
Okay.
You know, we're definitely willing to work with more artists too. You know what I'm saying?
So how long have you been doing this again?
Well, I mean, this is pretty much a new project for us.
So this, the Paint with Purpose, is a new project.
Yeah. On the 30th is like our first event officially. You know what I'm saying? But we at least plan on doing this probably like at least every 2 to 3 months.
Now, is this a free event or you charge?
Nah, it's not. So pretty much we got $25 for individuals.
$25?
Yeah. I'm
Some will be like,
what does that come with?
So it comes with like 40.
How about it come with a
it comes with a
carat brush stick?
It comes with a full paint package, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? The average of this event is usually like $40 per person. You know what I'm saying? So we got a package for couples, trios, and 4 people. You know, $20 if you get those packages. You know what I'm saying?
And what's the packages again? You said
it comes pretty much with paint packages and material, the canvas, and all that stuff like
so
that. And
like
you take it home with you when you're done. You know.
So it's for like somebody that want to get into the painting scene.
Nah, it's not even that. It's not even that. Honestly, it's just for the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to do something different. You know, great vibes. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you might come out with a hidden gift.
Might make a masterpiece.
Yeah, you might make a
masterpiece.
You know what I'm saying?
You should do like dog.
So paintings on the wall. Who's the best MC?
You ain't paint them shits. You ain't paint them shits.
I didn't, but I like art.
Alright, well,
You know what I'm
put
saying?
your own shit up there.
I can't do this shit.
Well, you can do it now for $40 a motherfucking person. I'm sure we gonna.
Nah, it ain't 40. Nah,
Oh, it ain't 40.
25 for individuals.
I'm sure I can get you 50. I'm sure I can get you 15.
Listen, I want free. I want free 99.
You want free 99?
Yes.
See, the thing is, we can't even get you for the free 99 because you know you got to pay for the materials and stuff like
The
that.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, people be painting.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
Like people do
shit is
podcasts.
serious.
People be painting.
No, this shit is serious.
What about the wine? What about the wine?
See, so the one, so pretty much we got a complimentary package, right? So if you get that, you get it for $30. It comes with a complimentary drink, you know. But we're gonna have wine, mimosas, beer, stuff like that. No hard liquor because we don't want you in there too fake.
Too fake.
You know,
Yeah.
trying to
Not like
thinking
us,
you
nigga.
Picasso.
Not like us.
Want you fucked up.
I mean, but you can bring a punch though.
Oh, wait, is that an invitation?
Yeah.
To sell the punch?
They don't want us to sell the punch.
Nah, if we sell the punch there, nobody's gonna get any
She's gonna
paid.
turn into a whole different kind of paint on it. Oh, people gonna be painting
Body
each other.
painting.
Yeah, people gonna be painting each other.
It's gonna be a dick on the canvas. It's gonna be a purple dick on the canvas.
Hey, look, baby. That's you. That's him that would do that, though. It would be his dick. Facts. Disgusting.
But the fact remains, it's gonna be a dick on the canvas.
Somebody draw between the lines.
All right, it will be no legitimate painting going on if you get the nobody punching. But if that's
Sometimes you need that though. Sometimes you need that. He said it's about the experience.
Talk to this guy.
Sometimes it's about the experience. Like, yo, you know what? Y'all been a little too sober these last time we had these events. Got something special for
For your ass.
For your ass.
For your ass.
For your ass.
But y'all, let the people know
So that you can
find
fry.
me, man. Both of y'all.
You can find me on IG, Twitter, no questions asked, or you just search Cam Archery.
But see, you forgot one key thing.
What?
You said no questions asked. What's the first thing that comes before the no questions asked?
Underscore.
See?
So I did tell you, you can just search Cam Archery, first person.
See, you know, people just fucking illiterate and they don't pay
Yeah,
attention.
all they hear is Autry.
Yeah.
They've been putting Autry. They've been putting Darnell Autry, then popped up, nigga, running back. Autry Dempsey, nigga, running back from Notre Dame. This nigga then popped up. You know, these niggas ain't got no attention span.
Hell no. Hell no. And then that's
And you better spell it when they put in archery and start talking about bows and arrows. Like, this ain't just motherfucking paint shit.
Nigga said archery. Nigga, archery. Like the bow. Nigga, Bo Jackson, pop up, nigga. Everybody start popping out. Nigga, this nigga be lost now. You gotta be simple.
You gotta be specific.
You gotta simplify the shit. You gotta simplify it.
It's spelled AUTRY.
There you go.
Short and simple.
And I promise you, out of 5,000 viewers, 2,700 of them was like, oh shit, it's a U in that motherfucker. Oh shit. I didn't even hear that. It must have been silent.
And the other 2,300 say he spelled the shit wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
They don't use that motherfucker.
I'm not a spell that.
Yeah, don't look that shit up. You know what you're talking about.
Where they can find you at, man?
Yeah, y'all can find me at wild_wavy, or you can find me at Paintxpurpose CLC. So.
Alright.
Paintxpurpose. Paint.
So it's like paint times purpose, but you know, if I would have said times, people would have thought.
Yeah, that would have been too
Man,
much.
niggas would have checked their watch. Niggas like paint time what? 9/12?
Nigga would have put a clock emoji in that
So when is this event again? One more time.
This Sunday.
July 30th.
This Sunday?
Yeah, July 30th from 7 to 9:30.
Damn, I wish I could go, y'all. I mean, yo.
So
What
That's
time?
dope. That's some
7 to 9:30. Studio Cellar, that's in South End.
Listen,
So say it one more time. Say it one more time.
7 to 9:30 p.m.
When?
this Sunday.
This
July
Sunday.
30th. Yeah, Studio
word.
Cellar, South End.
Y'all go?
Yeah, I got to get you on the. Yeah. Oh, you know I be always.
Yeah, my man. So you want to be in
Hey,
there?
you might find your soulmate out there too, man.
If you talking about a momentary soulmate, a soulmate from about 9:30 to 11:30, maybe.
My soul connects with a lot of folks.
Right.
Hey,
Sharing motherfuckers. P Money XL like to exude soulmateness.
why do I exude promiscuity? Like, what the fuck is wrong with
You know, you like the frolic. That's all. You just like the frolic.
And you make it very obvious.
I do not.
Very obvious.
I do not.
Extremely obvious.
Like, man.
What is it? What's the noise?
Huh?
What?
You know
We
what
ain't
you
about to
doing.
do this again.
We ain't gonna do that again.
It's over.
No, we finna ask these niggas.
No, oh,
Every guest we gonna ask
Every
them.
guest we gonna ask that shit.
Bet. We got a scenario for y'all.
This is a sign off right here. This is a sign
That's some sound though.
Real quick.
Let me do
Y'all
it.
gotta make it quick. We gonna ask y'all one question. Make it quick. Go ahead. Cause I wasn't there. Y'all asked exactly how it
In
was.
the shower, would you bend over and let the water thrust in your butt? Come on, hell.
It's that
So
That's
when you
gay.
phrase it, when you phrase it like
That's
that,
gay.
when you phrase it like that, it sounds gay.
I know.
It sounds gay. It sounds gay.
So how you get in that situation?
So here's the thing.
We not even go to the situation. They answer
Everyone
those.
explain
We don't
myself.
have time. We don't have time.
Yo, y'all gonna stick around.
We're not sticking around. We're gonna talk about it.
No,
We're
we
gonna
don't
talk about it.
have
We're
time.
gonna talk about why this is happening.
We gotta get to our next guest.
You know it's biased when they try to sweep you under the rug. You know it's biased.
We're not gonna get there. Yo,
They answered the question. That's it. That's it.
we got guests.
They got you the front.
Yo, make sure y'all stick around. Drink some punch, no doubt. Drink some punch, mingle, and well, what she went? No doubt.
Now we got mingle. We can make this. If people mingle.
Yes. And let her know one more time. It's going down. July 30th.
Alright, y'all.
You know, what Paint with Purpose are.
Paint with
real
Purpose?
function, you know. That's Sunday. And then on Labor Day, we in Lake Nome on the yacht. You know.
On the yacht. I want to go there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I never know Lake Nome.
Huh? No. This is for Sunday, he said.
Nah, that was Lake Nome for Labor Day. Yeah.
I'm not going to meet.
He gonna like cup number 5 for the punch, right?
I'm not.
This shit must hit later. That's what
You
it
do
is.
too much.
I do go to meet.
Nah, that's home.
That's home. That's my fucking home.
I know, but you branching off.
What you mean I'm branching off?
You branching off.
That's home. What that other chair?
I'm gonna end
What
that
other,
one and then
black? Oh, he took it.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, just leave that one there.
Alright.
Alright, we gonna get our next guest in the building tonight. Y'all, I mean, you really don't know this one's up there, right?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to know where the fuck.
Yeah, everybody got.
We're trying to say shortcut.
Right. Yeah.
Hold on, we gotta give back over there. We gotta give a pop in.
Yeah,
Oh, he said,
you gotta come out the smoke.
Instagram, so we're good.
I was gonna run through the smoke out your mic.
we got Iamchewy in the building, y'all. Let's give a round of applause for my man Chewy one time. Give me one Chewy one time. See, he didn't. I asked him, right? I hit him in the DM. I'm like, yo, what you want to drink? My nigga said water and Sprite.
And
Did you just drink Sprite?
We're not really there.
We just gave you a bottle of Sprite over there.
Man, truth be told, me and my girl was drinking water like before we walked in here, so.
See that?
So
Couple
he's
that
not
drinks
parched.
water together.
Stay together.
I hate when they try to put some shit on the rider and then they don't even want the damn shit when they get to the venue.
Man, let me tell you, that's just for there. It's just there. You know what I mean?
So are you a drinker or no?
Am I a drinker?
Yes.
Not really. Not no more. You know what I mean? I'm more.
Not no more.
Yeah, I'm more intuitive with taking care of the body now because you be looking at people now with all these sicknesses, cancers. And, like people don't know, like that alcohol you drinking turns into diabetes, and my mother's a diabetic.
That's y'all list. I be telling
Yeah,
y'all.
look, see, Chewy, I'm putting this shit down.
But please,
I got water right here.
you wasn't lactating. You was filmed in the
I be
motherfucker.
telling
See, I'm one of those. I don't like imposing like how I think on situations on anybody, but I just know what it means to me. You know what I mean? And my mother is suffering from high blood pressure and diabetes.
Yeah.
So, and a part of diabetes, I think either one or two. I'm not sure which one. Is actually hereditary. So,
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. Yeah. So my mom got diabetes when she was carrying. So
Oh wow.
that's like a fear. But don't get twisted. I used to turn up like 9-3-5 days and all that. Like
Wow, son. He said 8 off Shaman them days. He was on top.
Yeah.
See, he done fucked up my whole mental. I was sitting there drinking no rice and punch.
Yeah, this nigga did. Don't worry.
I got some.
But check this out. You know it's die anyway, family. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
He just said we gonna die quicker.
See, that ain't that. See, I don't sleep. You know what I mean? So that could be like an antidepressant for someone that, you know what I mean, that don't sleep and don't take care of their mind. You know what I mean? Like, I just got to the point because I go out so much. I travel, so everywhere I go, people always got drinks to hand you. So you got to watch out because you'll become an addict. You'll become an addict at drinking and not even know you're realize it. Yeah, you're out all the time. You're like, yeah, let me just take 1 or 2 drinks. 2, just 4, turn 6. damn, I'm messed up. And I gotta be at work tomorrow as well.
Right.
Like,
But see, you gotta know your limit though.
Nah,
You gotta know what you gonna say.
I was gonna say the thing about what he's saying though, there's a difference. You see, if you just go out tonight and you know your limit, that's one thing. But if you drink it 6 days a week, your blood alcohol level never comes back down.
Right.
Yeah,
So it only takes you to get turned. You know what I mean? So 2 drinks, you already tipsy. You don't need nothing
I'm
else.
saying it's like a water hose. You know what I mean? Like once that fountain on, there ain't no stopping. I'm trying to turn up.
And then and then at the same time, like you traveling and all that, so you're not, like you said, you're not getting a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
You getting them and the flow is there. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you need a few just to get started.
Like I went to, I was in Miami last week. I went there just for the night to a club.
Yeah.
And I didn't even drink while I was there. I just was like, let me go for an album party. Like when you travel so much, you always gotta get handed drinks. There's always someone wanting to smoke with you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just cool with it right now. You know, right now I'm trying to take care of my body because, you know, I got a beautiful lady over there.
Shout out to the beautiful lady. What's her name?
She don't want no dude in the bed weak. So.
What's your lady's name? Sayomi?
Naomi.
Naomi, hi Naomi. Nice to meet you.
Hey, dog, watch out, man.
We gonna get on.
All right, what's up?
But yo, for the people that don't know, like, tell the people how you started, because I know you said you used to do what, packaging at Costco or some shit?
Man, I done did it all, man. I done started from the beginning. You want it from the beginning?
We want the fucking.
Do you want the party from the party or like how I became like?
No, we want to know from the beginning. For people that's watching, if they want to get into like radio, well, how did you start and how did you get your break into the radio?
All right, truth be told, back in the day, I actually give credit to like DJ named DJ Littleman, DJ Frosty in Jersey. I grew up in Newark, you know what I mean? So I'm
shout out to Newark.
Yeah, I lived
30 Jersey.
I went there for my first 2 years of high school. After that, I moved down to Charlotte, and I don't know. Like I heard you say earlier, you from up top, so you already know what the lifestyle like. You know what the culture is. Everything is fast paced, diversity. Unless you're in the hood, it's only like Hispanics and blacks, but that's enough diversity for us. Where we like, we get along with the like. You never know. You want Poppy, dinner, little Poppy, 5 fishes. I got 25 cents. You know I'm gonna get that. So you know what I mean. Like I grew up in that era, listening to those parties. So I grew up on. Now it's called Jersey club music. Before it was Baltimore club music. But, you know, I grew up on that fast-paced music. And I came down here my junior year in high school. And I was like, yo, I want to go to a party. And, like, I was so damn surprised because they was listening to, like, Lil Boosie. I didn't even know who Lil Boosie was. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that just wasn't my era. I knew who Jadakiss was. I knew who D-Block was. I didn't know who... I didn't know no Boosie, so I looked at the party scene, and down south at that time, there was nobody like on some like, yo, let's just turn up. Like it was just like big money. It was
more laid back type of
exactly. I'm like, yo, I come here to turn up. I got enough stress going on in my life. I want to come here and feel like a church almost. You know, so we started doing parties, and I was just at the house doing them. Like just having house parties. Like 300 people started showing up. At a house party on the south side of Sharon Lakes. You can check the record. Mirrorview Court was the third worst street in Charlotte on the south side. Damn. That's because I had a majority of life. I was gonna tell you what happened though. My mom spent all her 401k moving.
It's moving.
Wait, that shit just moved by itself.
In the bottle, niggas.
No. That's some real shit. That shit moved by itself.
It did.
No, when you touched it, it ran.
And it ran.
Alright, I'm out of here, Chewy. Fuck that shit.
So my mom spent all her money moving me out the hood because a lot of my friends were dying or going to jail because where I grew up was a blood and Latin King area. So like Crips and Grapes, they started shooting at each other, and she was like, in fear that my life was gonna be next upon going through a serious breakup. So she spent all 401k trying to move me out to Charlotte, and was like, yo, your uncle's down here, you like this lifestyle. Besides, I lived here when I was younger. And she just was like, yo, this is what we gotta do. So we came down here really with no money because she cleared everything out. So that's when I was like,
she checked 401k.
yeah, she cleared it all out. So that's why I always.
That's that motherly love.
Well, she buy you a Benz or something? 401k, have a lot of money.
Hey, man, she cleared everything out. You know what I mean?
To give us something better living.
Yeah, like she couldn't find a job. My mom at the time, I think, was 47. And, you know, Charlotte, we are upgrown market, whether it's the podcast like you guys, whether it's someone like me on a radio station, whether it's anybody right now, all of us, it's a millennial thing in Charlotte. Yeah. So when you got someone 47 years old talking about, I want a job versus someone who's 23, 24 and qualified, they're like, yo, I'm going to go with the 23, 24-year-old. Even now, my mom still struggles. But, you know what I mean? Now I'm blessed enough to be able to be like, yo, I got you.
Yeah, like, yo, my head, hold that stacks.
I don't know about all that, though. I be like, nah, ain't no shopping.
Is these bills paid?
Yeah, keep your lights on. But it pretty much, just to speed it up, it went from house parties, and I had a cousin that lived with me. We had found each other. You know, back in the day, MySpace was like the...
that was the shit.
Shout out to MySpace.
Shout out to
Yeah, I had like the top 32 friends. You know, at the time it was like top 8. Yeah, I had top 32.
Hold on, nigga, you remember Black Planet? You had a Black
I didn't
Planet?
really get on Black Planet.
Nigga, I had
a Black Planet.
I had a Black Planet.
I met my wife on Black Planet.
There ain't nothing wrong with me in personal. It ain't. 2017, that's a millennial thing.
That's how you
How long you been married for?
I've been married for 5, but been with my wife for like 14.
That's dope.
That validates
Black love.
I
I was just talking to my girl about that. Like, I was like, yo, I want to be married to you for like forever. You know what I mean? Like, once you find a good one, like it changes everything about you. But back in the day, we did house parties, pool parties. You know, anything to get the name going, and then you know, up north when them slow music songs came on. That's what, yeah, you went to the club, and back in the day, you know, still now 21 up clubs, 18 up club, well, really 21 up clubs, they don't really dance.
Yeah.
Like,
nothing to dance to.
That's wild though. Like,
they be in their phones, dog, millennial shit. It got some side effects.
No, this is for older people though. Like, now I'm 27, so when I was coming up, I'm talking about the people that's now probably 35. I was going to their clubs. And like, they weren't dancing. Like, females got to the club and did not dance. That still bothers me.
The bitches, man, they IT bands is tight, man. They ain't stretching. They doing no goddamn yoga. They have 3 kids. They work full time.
I'm saying, when I call a party for a reason. Like, it's not a social gathering for me. Like, I even take passion in my hosting. That's why I tell people, like, yo, I'd rather not host your event. Like, I'd rather not do nothing if we're not gonna have a party. Like, I want to have fun. Like, when I leave a party, I want to be able to be like, yo, that party was so lit.
Yeah.
Right.
So how'd you get on to the? What was the segue into the radio?
Like, house parties. You know, I went from high school to college, of course, Johnson and Wales, and I went to high school down here my last 2 years. So I had a following from Charlotte. I had a following from college, and Adolph has always been in my life since.
Who's Adolph?
Adolph Child. My friend.
Am I the same? Should I know Adolph?
So he's 935. Let me give him credit. He is the Dundada of parties.
Yeah.
Like,
in Charlotte?
For the past 40 years.
Yeah.
For the past 40 years.
You said 40?
Yeah, back in the day, if you wanted to go. If you put it this way. 1, 2, 6. And you're a Q, right?
Yeah,
okay,
I know
you're
was
a Q.
Michael Jordan line brother.
Yeah, if you're a Q, look at their line brother names. It's on Google. I'd rather not talk about it, but you know what I mean? He know all about that. He could talk more about it. But if you search their 2 names, you'll see the correlation on how close they are.
Okay.
And they also from the same. But I don't like talking about another man when they're not here.
Y'all feel.
But you know, I asked him. I said, "Yo, I got a following in college at Johnson and Wales. 935 is right around the corner. John C. Smith is right here. Each school probably has about 6,000 students. Mm-hmm. I could be your guy for the next 4 or 5 years. What's up?" And you know, Adolph is not a trusting person. You gotta earn respect from him. Yeah, and that's because he put in a lot of his groundwork. So I said, yo, just give me a chance. I'll do it for free, pro bono, first 3 or 4 weeks, just to show you what I can do.
That's how you do it.
And he was like, yo, I got you. Like, what you want? How much you want? Because he saw the numbers go from like 150 to 700 people. 700 turns into 1,200.
Right.
Now you're sitting there like, all right, yo, I want X amount of money, I want this amount of liquor, and I got 40 people with me because they all got to promote.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how we worked. It was a cohesive thing, you know. That situation worked itself out in the favor of I got what I wanted out of it. And that was getting to the next level because coming up now to y'all question, you know, our Streets 1033 came in the fold. I actually went to Power 98 back in the day. Sat down with a guy and I said, hey, you know, I want to work here. Y'all need to put me on. I'm the youngest dude right now running the game. Like when I sent out a tweet back then, my Twitter was so strong. No Limit Larry, I felt as though couldn't even touch me.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, that's OG. I learned a lot from Larry. So he knows I don't mean no disrespect when I say that. But you know, I was a young guy, so I'm like, yo, y'all need to put me on. They was like, nah, we got Danny Diaz, we got Incognito. If you want to do something, you could be our promotion guy. You could pass out T-shirts for us.
Right.
I'm like,
Wow.
Nah.
I don't look at myself like no little peewee.
Nah.
I'm running
Oh, so they
935.
trying to sell you some shit.
Yeah.
935 at one time was the spot.
Yeah, and check it out. No, but check it out though. I was the person that came up with the marketing for it. Me and another guy named Sequoia, and in the beginning it was another dude named Ty from B Woods. But Sequoia and I really ran that whole ship on flyers being put out, what things, what artists we want. Adolph was just.
He was the money head.
He's a GM.
He was the GM. That's a great analogy on looking at it. He was the GM, and Sequoia and I were the player and coaches, like the player/coaches. Like we had our own teams, but we also was balling.
Gotcha.
So you know, Streets 1033 was like, yo, your following is bananas right now because that 935 following became somewhat also my following because I was smart with it. If you came to 935, I would reach out to you on social media, like. When people leave their parties, they were like, yo, 935 was so lit. I will search 935 and go through everybody. If I didn't even know you, yo, what's up? Thank you for coming.
Right.
Yo, what's up? Thank you for coming. Tell me what we could do different. And that's how that following became so of a unique following, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, you had people that came there because it was 935, but in my opinion, that's what it was. Then, like I said, Streets came in the fold and they was like, yo, we'll teach you radio. Because I worked at Costco throughout that time. I was still at 935 while still going to school. You know, I had my own turmoil throughout all that. My mother had breast cancer at the time that I was going through all that. I lost my cousin who I was doing house parties with. He died. I was on bed rest for a year. I was on bed rest for a year throughout that 935 stint. If you look at old pictures, I used to have a cast all the time. Yeah. I was actually recovering from a car wreck. A drunk driver crashed into me.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, I feel as though all of this is like...
It's like,
It's destined.
Right.
Like, there's no wrong in it. Like, it's destined.
So how's your relationship with Power 98? I know Sport just got over there with his top slot. Like, how's your relationship with them? How was your relationship with Sporty and those guys over there at Power 98?
Oh, before you even say that, why you left Streets to go to 92.7?
Yeah, that too.
I always get that question, and
because it's like it seemed like what's the girl left too, D Renee and all that. So what happened?
I don't believe in talking bad on other people.
I ain't trying to get you to talk bad either. But you to be honest.
I always try to avoid a negative question because I know when they throwing at me, like how to be like,
ricochet
so here goes the ricochet to your question.
I don't even want to hear it.
I don't know if you heard the Cowboys coach today. You feel me? I don't know if you heard the Cowboys coach today. It's just
don't Jerry.
I know about that subject.
I made the best decision that was best for my family. And at the end of the day, Radio 1, I felt as though they have multiple stations in multiple markets.
Right.
And my goal throughout all of this from when I was doing house parties was to build an organic following, number one. And number two, figure out how I could get in other markets strategically without giving up what I started on. So, you know, why I went from Streets to Radio 1 is because Radio 1 is more of an asset. I'm appreciative of Radio 1, but I also know what I bring to the table as well. It's a mutually beneficial situation that I felt as though longevity-wise, I have more stability with.
Right,
you know,
exactly. That's what I was
I have 401k. You gotta remember, I worked at Costco.
Right.
Costco was a strategic move for me if you look at MSNBC, Costco is ranked number 7 on top 10 jobs in America. So, and that's because they match you penny for penny on 401k. They give you benefits even if you part-time. And you come in making $14 an hour. So while you sitting there talking about a dude pushing cart at Costco,
then you're making money.
Not only that,
Right.
They get a pay increase not based upon performance, but how many hours you work. So if you work 1,000 hours, that means every 1,000 hours you work, you get a $1.25, $2 increase.
Yo, so the application.
So you know, that's why I never tell people you can never try to frown upon other people
in their job and all that because you don't know, right?
They may be making more money than
you. Exactly, in your
you know
corporate position or whatever, your desk job.
Exactly. Like, unfortunately, in our generation, in our society, we feel as though once we hit $10,000 in our bank account,
then we good.
Yeah, like we better than everybody. Like, nah, them people in Costco, they getting big and they getting bonuses.
Right.
Like, shout out to them though.
Shout out
to Costco. I heard they got the banging hot dogs for $1.
You know they got all the samples.
My girl was just talking about that on the way here. I told her we was going around the corner. I was like, babe, there's a Costco right there. She was like, they're hot dogs. Shout out. And I was like, yo, I used to cook them though. I knew.
That's my shit. You the ones in the best.
As soon as we get home, niggas got hot dogs. Yeah. So my thing is, I want to know like other markets as far as
you have. You look like used to be right now.
I used to look like that.
These questions, man.
You ain't even answering them.
We ain't even give me no tough questions.
Oh no,
Right.
I'm gonna answer all your questions. Any question you got, I will always give you my honest opinion.
I want to know like.
Well, answer the
I'm gonna tell you though.
first.
My point of view is just gonna be a different point of view than what the average person that's probably watching may understand.
Right.
That's fine.
So the Power 98 question, right?
Right.
How is your relationship with them guys over there in Sporty Audio?
Well, there's no relationship. You know, I got a lot of respect for the OGs as far as Butterfingers, Tap DiBiase, No Limit Larry. I got respect for all of them because these are the people that I looked up to. I studied them, and you know, but I still did my own thing.
Right.
Like, I was like, oh yeah, I like that, but if I was him, I would have done it different. Now I'm him, and I can do things different to a certain degree. So there's no love lost. It's like, yo, I could have been on that team, but y'all chose to do wrong. So now I'm just gonna demolish everything in my sight.
It's like the NBA. It's like when you draft with a team you want to go to, they don't draft you. It's not. It don't mean you ain't gonna still go to the NBA.
My team don't win the championship.
It don't mean you still. Yeah, exactly.
My team Warriors. Yeah, like right now that's how I honestly feel. Like my team is solid. You know, we're young, we moving. Like Power 98 now. When I look at things, they're just now doing things different just now, and that's because they had to change their program directors 3 times.
Right. And got bought by Intercom Media.
Exactly. Right. So when I look at things like that, I look at that like I influenced that.
Right.
I made you have to do that because when I was over at Streets, y'all had to fire a PD.
Right.
Because havoc was going on. They didn't know how to keep up.
Right.
Then I gave y'all so much turmoil between Streets and 92.7, you had to fire another person.
Right.
You gotta have to bring your A game with me because I know what I'm doing. I studied. I've been out here passing out flyers for the past 5-6 years. All the 935 flyers I did as well with a couple other people, but I was the front person. If you used to go to Republic, if you remember Republic,
right?
When you left on a Wednesday, there was always some dude passing out flyers.
Right.
That was me. People won't even remember.
I'm about to say I don't remember that.
But he was Dawson.
Yeah, he was Dawson. You look like one of them super street team niggas. Them niggas that hit you right when you get in the bar. Come on out the fucking first
That was me though. That was my passion. And not only that, that's what paid my bills though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I developed a whole marketing company. I have a marketing company that I made just for passing out flyers and social media posts. That's why I don't post from my page. I know my work.
Yeah.
You gotta have to pay if you want me to do something. I'm not doing that for free.
I'm talking about.
I really didn't want to do this for free, but I got a lot of respect for y'all because y'all showed me love.
Yeah.
So when you show me love, I gotta show love.
That's good. We didn't want to charge you either. Don't charge you.
because, it's going to get to that point that, your hard work pays off. I'm just now starting to reap the benefits for hard work that I put in 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. I remember arguing with my mom, and my mom would tell you this, if you ever see her, if you ever bumped into her, my mom's most sweetest lady, most caring lady, but she would tell you, she was like, I never wanted him to do that. Never wanted me to be on the street. I wasn't on the street selling drugs. I was out on the street slinging flyers.
Slinging flyers. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Flyers the dope. What's that paper?
Look, and I was a sober one, so that means if you was too drunk to talk to your chick when I was sober, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Gotta watch the light-skinned dudes.
Let me tell you that.
Especially with the Rick Fox goatee. Niggas with the Rick Fox goatee can't trust.
Hey, I see you talking and you got some jokes. I'm gonna start playing these back.
Go back, I got jokes.
Y'all better come correct. Because parents, P-Money don't play.
No, but I believe we're in a society where we're in a position, we know what we're doing and we know what to do to get where we want to go to. Yeah. So when I did the flyer thing, that was me shaking hands, kissing babies. I'm trying to be the next president. Like people ask me all the time, who do you look up to? I look up to Steve Harvey. I look up to Ryan Seacrest. I look up to Terrence J. I look up to those people.
You look like Terrence J.
You do look like Terrence a little bit. Yeah.
Terrence kind of shaded me, and I was kind of pissed at that.
How you shaded? Because you was a Catholic?
I didn't know. He's a Q, right?
I was asking shade.
Yeah.
Fucking Q.
Man, he kind of shaded me.
How he shade you, or did you just take it that way?
I probably took it that way, but
what happened?
BET weekend. I went to the Power event screening. 50 Cent did this big rooftop thing. All the people from Power were there. Beyonce's
was the whole season?
Pretty much. I'm not even supposed to be there.
Okay.
I don't know how the hell I got there.
Obviously, you was there. I'm in the building. You feel me? And I'm dancing with Tanisha Arnold. That's Pam from Pam from Martin. So I'm like, we don't
being kicked out.
Nah. But I wanted to leave that as the caption on my photo. When I tagged her, I didn't have the balls. So I turned around and I said, yo, Terrence, now a lot of people don't know, he's one of the head producers for MTV right now.
Yeah.
He just signed his contract.
Right.
When I walked in the Viacom building last year, I had a meeting with MTV. They said, hey, I had auditioned for a TV show that they was going to do, that they put back on the back burner. But she told me, she was like, we're about to sign Terrence J. He's about to be a real big wig over here. Just letting you know. North Carolina tie, you'll think like, so I'm walking up to him like, yo, I know you've seen me a couple of times before, like, and he's like, yeah. I said, so, what you got working on? I'm trying to be a part of anything you got, like, what's up? Yeah. And it was like, let me go get this drink right quick.
He probably did that shit all day, every day.
I'm saying, but I do it to people, so I get it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though. Shout out to
just gotta come up to him a little bit. We just gotta bring it to him a little bit more creative.
No, I looked at that as motivation for me to be like, yo, I gotta step up my grind.
Right.
So, you gotta have the mental aspect where you don't have to introduce yourself.
Exactly.
You don't gotta
exactly. But you ain't got to approach him with those situations.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's good shit, man.
So how do you feel like the radio scene is out here in Charlotte? Like, you got Hot 97 in New York, or what's the stations in Atlanta or LA?
Hot 107.9,
103.9,
and I'm missing the box. The box, they just added a new station. The box of the beat. That's an iHeart station.
So how do you feel like the Charlotte radio stations out here? Because you got Streets?
Yeah.
You got 98. You got, what's the other one?
You got 101.9.
That's my station.
Right.
No, I know Streets, but I'm saying
he's on 92.7.
No, 92.7 the block. No, he said Streets. There's no about the punch. It's a punch. There's a punch.
What? I'm from Queens. Look at me.
I'm from Brooklyn. It's a punch.
Turn it up.
He got to be from Yonkers or something.
He's from Hatboro Horsham, nigga.
Man.
Right.
No, but seriously. That's what I answer you.
That's that punch.
You got 92 on the block. You got Power 98. You got Streets 103. What's the other one? There's another one.
That's it. For the hip hop station.
It's only 3 hip hop.
But they do the Steve Harvey joint on 101.9.
When I'm in my car, it's another one.
It's an old school one. You know, with Sunshine Anderson.
Yeah, 105.3.
105.3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 105.3.
No, it's 97 something.
That's Power 98.
98.
97 point.
No, I know. It's in my car. It's programmed.
That's
Power 98, I guarantee
You
you.
know what I'm saying? I never realized that concept. How you call yourself Power 98?
But you
It's 97.9.
They round it up.
You're just that close.
You got him confused.
We're gonna be right there. We right
Yeah.
there. But how do you feel like the radio market out here in Charlotte compared to the other big cities? Like, how do you feel like the radio stations out here reach their plateau, or they could get much bigger?
Rephrase that question one more time.
Like, okay, say for instance, let's just compare 92.7 to Hot 97 in New York.
In what aspect?
And just the aspect of, say, the radio person. No, I'm just saying.
Because there's so many. The reason why I keep asking this question, because I get where he's coming from, but I'm asking it in a specific manner so that I can ask and answer the question.
Yeah, I'm saying as far as personalities on the station, right?
Okay, so you asked me about the personalities.
I'm just saying, like, how do you feel? Do you feel Charlotte can get bigger as far compared to the Hot 97s in New York, or do you feel
so to give I guess to elaborate on it, when you go to New York, like the radio, even though radio is still, now we got YouTube and all that, right? But it's still in New York. We don't listen to Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? Like they get all the exclusives. Or like radio is still huge in New York. While we feel like we came to Charlotte, radio is not. It's not as important here. It's not a huge platform.
That's
what I'm saying?
funny you say that statement, because when you say you listen to Hot 97, they give you all the exclusive. Joey Badass came out with a statement saying that they don't break the exclusives. The young people, they break the record labels first. Right.
Probably. I mean,
as you start getting into that radio game, it gets twisted.
Right.
Like you almost be like, yo, why am I almost in it sometimes?
It's where entertainment meets that corporate interest.
Exactly. It's where entertainment meets business.
Right.
And you have to have very, very thick skin to deal with the business side, because unlike a Costco, they're in your face with the business. Like, I was meeting with the president of programming, and he was like, yo, your show sounded kind of dry today. I just want to let you know. Were you nervous because I was here? Yeah. And I was like, no, not really. I was doing an interview while I was off air. He was like, you did an interview? I'm like, yeah. But he got the concept, though. But back to your original question, what do I think about the personalities in Charlotte? I think they're doing great. Like I don't hate on nobody. Yeah. Like there's no need. I don't talk bad. There's no need for me to. I'd rather just be like, oh yeah, you made that move? Oh yeah. Wait till I decide when I want to release my next move. Like right now, I'm chilling. I'm enjoying my life. I'm being a dad. I have a 4-year-old daughter that I think the world of. I have a beautiful girlfriend and things like that. I focus on more so than like being on air radio at times. You know what I mean? Like I feel as though I got up to enough stature in Charlotte where I can just like sort of kind of breeze right now. Yeah. And at times I turn it on. But I think Charlotte personalities, they're motivation. They're motivated. They want to eat. They want to do good. You look at the Mario Mike man. He has another struggling story that he started with coming out of strip clubs. And I got a lot of admiration for him because, I seen his growth. I seen his development. When we all first started, we weren't all what we hyped up to be now, or where we're at now, however you want to perceive us. So,
because you famous.
I'm not famous.
You famous.
Nah, I'm hard working. I appreciate that.
You gotta say you famous.
Man. Nah, I would never say I'm famous because
you don't feel you famous.
No, not at all. You can put me in a room like Lil Yachty comes over to my. There's no secret. Lil Yachty comes over to my house. We play video games.
Lil Yachty?
Yeah, that's Lil.
You know what I want to ask you? What's your relationship with Mario?
The singer?
The singer. That's bro, man. He came over to the house. My mom cooked them dinner. Mario has a very struggling story. God bless him right now because his mom just died.
Right.
His mom was a drug addict. Like a serious drug addict. And we talked about it, and it bothers him. You gotta remember, as much as life is all about perception. Yeah. So however you deem you're perceived, that's how you look at people. Yeah. Mario's still a regular human being from Baltimore that struggled coming up, but he had so many big hits that we look at him like, yo, that's break my hair, Mario. Yeah. But when you get to know him, you look at him and be like, yo, man, you just another dude hurt that, you didn't have that right guidance with your mom recovering from drugs, and you in the middle of doing a show in front of 30,000 people, but you just got a phone call saying, yo, your mom's in the hospital because she overdosed. Could you imagine living like that?
Right.
Not to say that's happened to him in a particular situation, but I'm pretty sure it's among that lines.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That could break you.
Yeah.
Like, but Mario's, that's the bro. I speak to him every time I'm in Florida. You know, he got a spot down there.
Yeah, shout out to Mario, man. Because I always say, like, when the debates come up, it's like, who's, like, good singers. Like, I be like, yo, Mario could blow. People, it's just like, if you're not out there in the people's eye, you just throw it under the bus.
Well,
throw it under the rug.
A part of that goes to the tribute of being an entertainer. We mistaken entertainment with talent.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, what you guys are doing now is a talent. You guys are able to have conversations, dialogue, get people to be comfortable with you and talk. You know, there's a fine line between talent and entertainment. A painter could be the best painter in the world. The dude that was on here before me, he was talking about art. Let's take that for example. You could be the best painter in the world, but if you don't know how to broadcast it to the masses, you're not an entertainer. You're a painter. You know, what he did was he said, yo, I'm going to make you be entertained. I'm going to put on a show, and we're going to paint right here in front of you. Yeah. That's when entertainment meets art. That's awesome.
That's why R. Kelly took Aaron Hall's spot, because the nigga Aaron Hall was a singer, he was a painter, but R. Kelly was an entertainer. Took the nigga spot real quick. He's like, one nigga with the beard, nigga, I got this.
And his sunglasses. And his sunglasses. R. Kelly got hits. That's why he got that cult-like following.
Yo,
exactly.
R. Kelly was a smooth man.
Was.
He still is.
He sure is.
Absolutely. In a song, how he shouted out Aaliyah, and y'all didn't know it?
Wait, what song?
What song?
Vibe.
Now
listen to the end of that. Now wait.
Aaliyah's got it.
No.
Keisha's got it.
The only person he said.
No,
he gave Aaliyah a special shout out because he said everybody's name. Keisha's got it. Juanisha's got it. Little cute Aaliyah's got it. That's the only one got little cute Aaliyah.
You probably even noticed that.
I'm the only one who just heard this. Go listen to it. I'm your friend. If you listen to it, you may break out an old school dance.
Right, of course.
That's
all good. Yeah.
You may can't play kick with a nigga if you're in the room.
I mess with him.
You might,
Even though his neck might be black from them chains.
I got an off-the-wall question because nobody else don't believe in this group just yet, and that's what I'm trying to bring to Charlotte also. What do I have to do to get the West Indian culture back on the radio?
Yeah, because they play what?
2 hours, 7 hours,
they play Patrick for 30 minutes.
If you ask me from a radio standpoint question, it's just like business, bro. You gotta look at it from a business aspect. It's supply and demand. New songs make it on the radio and stay on the radio because there's a demand for it. There's no strong demand for West Indian music in a city and a culture that never really experienced it. This is my only problem with Charlotte. There's still no real identity.
Right.
No, boy, you speaking to the why?
And that's because Charlotte is still developing.
Yeah.
So as it's developing, the only thing you could really say about Charlotte, the Hornets and Panthers.
That's it. Yeah.
You can't even say the Knights just yet.
Right.
Because it's not a
commercial.
Right.
There's no prestige to it. When there's an identity, there's a certain prestige that comes out with it.
And you know what's funny about that? The actual oldest professional team we have got nothing to do with the three of us. We got the hockey team over there that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about
that's because they're not a major market thing.
Right.
They haven't made their way to a national platform.
Right.
The Panthers made their way recently now with Cam Newton.
Right.
Shout out to him. You know what I mean? I think he's cool. He alright.
You ain't sound too confident.
Shame.
You gave him a little show.
Who your team, son?
So
you know I'm a Giants fan.
You're a Giants fan.
Green and blue.
Is Eli autistic?
They should see
I think throw past the
Let
nigga.
me tell you what it is, man. No, let me tell you what it is about Eli. Why he's just like that. His demeanor is so cool.
Yeah, he'd be cool.
Like
cool.
Like it's
Cool, that's what you call cool.
He's just cool. His demeanor is so laid back. You gotta remember, he comes from a pedigree that his dad was one of the top quarterbacks ever. His brother was one of the top quarterbacks ever. And like his pedigree is just like, oh, it's the fourth quarter. Oh, it's 20 seconds. We need a touchdown and win. All right, let's run this play out.
No, just be honest. Just be honest. Just be honest. When you look at him, he do like a nigga that just be like, duh. I'm like, right over the face, and kind of like broke it off.
Next question.
We'll get it.
I got two final questions.
I got one first.
I really want all these questions because I really don't do interviews. Like,
really? What's so special about us?
I'm the person.
What you mean?
I want to see what he thinks.
I feel as though like if I get to a certain level, like if I move up to another market center and I syndicate and I blow up and be a TV person, I don't really want to do a lot of interviews for me. I want to do it on other people. Pause. As crazy as that sounds, but if I do one for somebody, I want it to be someone where people could go back and listen to this and be like, yo, he dropped gems right there. You know what I mean? Like right now, let's face it, I feel as though in society when people listen or when they watch people, if you're young and you're an older person, if an older person listens to a young person, it's kind of distorted. They don't really listen to you, but they follow your actions.
Yes.
Young people, we follow your words before your actions in a lot of aspects. So, you know what I mean? I chose to do it with you guys and give out all the how I feel, the thought concept, because I feel as though one day you guys are going to be on another level, and then y'all be looking like, yo, that's crazy. We did an interview.
Right.
In the house.
We all started.
I saw a little kid just run down.
That's security.
Hey.
Don't talk about that. That's security.
See, I have my baby.
That's the muscle.
It's a family affair.
Don't worry about yourself, but you can pre-sign.
Yo, I'll take your jacket for you. We got 10s to 15s. Can you guys that Sprite?
Now you want the tea? Yeah, because you gotta get a little comfortable.
Get him some ice. Get him some ice.
They sent that check.
No, he wants Sprite.
You want to tell you a story?
Did you make that up?
No, you want me to tell you a funny story about Yachty and the Sprite deal? Yachty was at my house and I told him, I said, yo, you won't believe it. I signed a deal with Sprite. He's like, what? What's that?
Ice, baby.
So I told Yachty, I said, yo, bro, I signed a deal with Sprite.
You told him you signed it?
Yeah, and he's like, yo, you what? I gotta get me one.
Y'all just giving them out. He's like, they just giving them out. I'm talking about like this, giving them out.
And you want me to tell you something funny? I never really listened to Yachty's music. I just messed with him as a person. Like,
is he from Charlotte?
No, he's from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, and Yachty, I don't know if y'all, he just gotten better at doing interviews. Prior to our interview, like, I don't know if y'all noticed
shit with your buddy.
I don't know if y'all noticed or not, Lil Yachty just started getting real better at interviews because of the Soulja Boy situation.
Yeah.
That's what really kicked it off.
What Soulja Boy?
Let me tell you something funny. Let me tell you something funny. I'm gonna give you guys all the information.
Give us a gym.
Because
right.
Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so we're at my house playing Mortal Kombat. He got his boys there. He was at my house till literally 5 a.m. because I was teaching him on how to do a movie audition. I think it was for now the movie coming out, Detroit. He was supposed to be in that.
Okay.
So they wound up, I guess, not casting him, but throughout that, he was texting this girl named India. And I'm like,
who India Love?
Fast forward.
I remember that. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Fast forward. So I'm like, all right, like, he's like, yo, she's so bad. And I'm like, word, I don't love nobody right now. I'm on savage mode, like,
yeah,
bro, I don't care. Like, he's like, yo, she's so bad, I think the world of her. So literally, this was 2 days before the Soulja Boy thing blew up.
Right.
Yeah. And we're in the station, I'm like, yo, man, who you grew up listening to? Because I know it wasn't no Biggie. I know it wasn't no Pop. He was like, I grew up with Soulja Boy. It makes sense. You was the snap and roll kid.
Yeah.
But don't front like Soulja Boy didn't have hits.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
He had a huge
Soulja Boy had the hits. Forget the money. Soulja Boy had the snap and roll shootout. Like you forget when you play that song, like that song used to be the yeah. So you know what I mean. I got where he was coming from.
Right.
He was like, yo, every time I do interviews with people, they're all with old people. I hate doing old interviews and they hate on me because my hair. You know, like he's the one who taught me how to avoid negative questions. So that's why when you said it, I'm like, oh, that was a negative.
She's like, you need to come on the show then. We young people, dog. We young people.
I don't know who the hell we is, but I'm cool. But, so we're at the house, he's texting, and I'm just like, yo, you really like, I didn't know he was as popping as he was. Like, I looked at him like a normal person. We ordered pizza and everything. We just like, yo, yeah, we chilling.
Like homeboys.
And that's what, and he looks at me like, yo, you big bro. Like, because we got that type of relationship.
Yeah.
You know, like, he did an interview BT weekend. Like, I'm sure one day you guys are going to get to this caliber. But they got a radio room BT weekend where all the radio stations around the country got tables set up just like this. Meek Mill stands up, this is Charlotte. He stands up, this is New York. As soon as he's down here, he goes right here. As soon as he's down here, he goes right here. So I go there, my radio station's the only one. They take one station per market unless you're Atlanta or New York. So of course they take the bigger station, Power 88. They have 100,000 watts. My station only has like 50 or 65. Long story short, he sees me walk in, and he's in the middle, live interview with LA.
Now who are you talking about, me?
Yachty.
Oh, Yachty, okay.
And he just yells, Chewy! So the people from LA are just, because Yachty is non-social. He's not conversive. He's
at all.
At all. But that's cool though. You know, that's his mystique vibe. It's like Thug. Thug has a mystique vibe, but he's cool though. Unless you get to know them. That's just how he is. But that whole Soulja Boy thing, I was texting. I was like, bro, don't argue with it. Like, don't argue. You know, you don't win. All you're doing when you beef with somebody is giving them your following. God forbid someone talks about this podcast and you say something back to them. You're only giving them. You're only exposing your following to them.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's why I don't talk negative. I can't talk negative.
So we get some nibbits here.
Nah, you can. No, but it's cool because you need people that do talk, like have these conversations and tell different point of views. You need that.
It's not related, but PlayStation and Xbox.
PlayStation and Xbox.
I'll whip your ass in both.
That's challenge.
I was going to ask you.
You don't know which
so I
game.
thought you said Mortal Kombat, so I thought you.
Oh no, Mortal Kombat I'm on the PlayStation with, but I will whoop your ass on both.
Alright, let's go.
You gotta exchange gamer tags. And then, we gotta get the end results of that shit.
Right. I need y'all to really do
We need the
that.
end
We need to
results of
know.
that shit. But yo, final question. My one final question is.
So that ain't a final question.
Huh? That is true. Final question for him. For me. All right. So, being that you cool with you, little Yachty and everything like that, like, how do you feel like as a radio personality? How do you feel like this new genre of hip hop? Do you think it's hurting or it's helping hip hop right now?
This is on lane. This is on lane. Okay. Because it's just the other lanes just aren't popular. Like I said before, it's supply and demand. People want to hear trap music. People in the Southeast. So let me rephrase that because when you go to LA, it's a different vibe. They listen to Calvin Harris. Like in the club, they listen to Calvin Harris.
All day.
Dej Loaf, No Fear in the club. Like Party Next Door in the club.
Right.
Y'all go out down here. Do you hear Party Next Door?
No.
Right.
Yeah. People don't even know. A lot of people can't even tell me the skin complexion of Calvin Harris.
What is he kid?
Exactly. But he got one of the hottest songs.
He's dark skin dude.
He's in mocha.
Is he dark skin? I thought he was light skin.
I don't even know, to be honest.
I'm just telling you.
Know his songs.
Right.
The nigga look Amaretto.
You get what I'm saying? So, and that goes back to the West Indies question before, supply and demand. You know, down in the Southeast region, we're flooded with trap music, where sometimes we miss out on so many good records.
Right.
We miss out on so many good records.
We gotta get them late.
I tell you like this.
But other people get on our music
late. Exactly. Right. It's still, it's the same.
People don't remember. A lot of people don't remember how Future even got on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Wasn't it Roscoe?
I would love to see this. Now I get to test y'all. How you think? Wait, since you already said you know, how you think Future got on?
I have no idea. Right.
How you think Future got on? How you think Future got on?
He said YC.
Hold on, wait.
Is it YC?
But
Racks and Racks?
Booyah.
Yeah.
What
A lot of
happened?
people don't know that's Future.
Or what?
Got campaign going so strong. Getting brain when I tell you.
Well, I said that's
Oh,
the
shit. That was his
Got
song?
racks on racks on racks.
That was not
That's
Future.
Future.
That's
I thought it
Future.
was
No, what was the name of the
YC.
group that really
That
sang?
wasn't no
It was one
group. That
person.
was YC and that's Future.
Oh shit.
What? I remember that. That was
Racks on
2011,
racks on racks.
2012.
I thought it was just YC.
Yeah,
That's
2011,
right.
2012, some shit like
They
that.
don't always add the feature. though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're right.
I
You're right.
never knew that. Oh, shit.
Future's first time in Charlotte was at the Breakfast Club and a fight broke out.
Oh, yeah, the joint right there in the corner, right down the street.
You were there?
from it. Yeah, dog.
On the scene.
That breakfast club used to be the shit. If you was somebody, you go through the back. You
Yeah,
upstairs,
you go
through the back.
straight to the
You
third
don't
floor.
go through the front.
You don't go through the first
You
floor.
go through straight second floor.
Yeah, that's how
what we used to do.
That's how we used to rock and roll.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
My final question. Well, my final question.
That again? This
No. We changed it.
Final
Go ahead, shoot
question.
away. I love the question.
Top 3 MCs of all time. Your favorite.
I can't answer that.
Come on, no, you can't back out.
No.
You can't back out. This is
I
not.
can't back now. I'm just not gonna answer.
Listen, there's
Why you
no,
not gonna answer that?
there's no endorsements on the live list.
No, it's not about endorsement. I'm one of those.
He's a music man, yeah.
Like I go through different moods. Like right now I'm in a good mood. I feel comfortable.
I'm
But
saying all time. Your personal.
They looking over you. They looking over you right now.
I can't even answer that because I have so many different points of views. I just like good music.
Okay, so currently your top 3
Like,
MCs.
yo, who you playing in your
Babe, come
car?
here, babe. Tell me
Come
what.
on, get
Tell
some
me what I
camera
listen
time.
Oh, you gonna put on the spot?
to. She gotta tell you
Camera
what I
time.
listen to. That's my best friend. She gotta tell you.
That's
Tell me
what's
what I
up.
listen to.
Like artists?
Yeah,
Top 3.
Lucci, Kevin Gates.
that's about it.
Lucci,
Yeah,
Kevin
pretty
Gates,
much
and who
about
else?
You YFN Lucy?
I think she
That's my brother. I'm in the Everyday We Live video.
Yeah, dog. Like I listen. I didn't even know who he
But that was only 2 though.
I'm gonna tell you right
That's about it,
now.
though.
The nigga came in the label on the
T
scooter.
Grizzly.
Yeah,
The nigga,
I'm the one who helped push
Grizzly?
him.
The nigga, he was there. Yeah.
She said T Grizzly.
Every time Lucci has been in Charlotte, I'm right next to him.
My man Russ, but this is my man. We best friend. Like
I like
how
Russ.
y'all is.
I like
Russ
Russ.
is-
Russ is
Russ is
I know
fine.
you talking about the promoter.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about the actual rapper.
Yeah, he's fine.
Russ.
Russ.
Y'all don't even know who the hell that is.
Russ is
That's
like-
crazy.
I know who Russ is.
Now check it out.
I know who
Now
Russ
check it out
is. I know
though.
who Russ
Russ
is.
got
Yeah.
2 double platinum songs.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, you know the song.
She's falling in love now, losing control. now.
Yeah, right.
And
then-
they got
And then he
that
has
dollar signs.
right.
I know that song.
That song, exactly.
Russ
I know
is
that's
the
what
nigga.
Where's he
I'm
from?
Russ is from Atlanta, Northside. And check it out, he's not no 360 artist because he produces, mixes, and masters.
smart.
That's my girl right there.
Smart.
One of our first dates, I took her because she liked Russ, and I said, "Yo, you won't believe it. This is actually one of my friends." I said, "Come on, let's go." She was like, "You're lying." So, her, you know,
She's like, I gotta keep this guy.
no, I think that's probably the way it helped gave me the oop. You know what I mean? So
Jordan came in.
yeah. Let me tell you about one of our first dates though. Like before I get up out of here, like because I really think my girl is a reflection of me. Like that's why I'm so connected to her.
That's
I
what's
feel
up. Gotta
like-
give a round of applause for
like,
that.
I lied. Like,
That's black love, man. You dying, man.
because it's like a lot of people go through. A lot of people go through their whole lives without really feeling love. Like they never had it. You're blessed to be married for 5 years and understand and appreciate it.
It's hard though, I ain't gonna lie.
And nothing that's worth it comes through.
Hey, why
You
you right?
know, I'm our girlfriend's biggest headache right now.
Thank you.
I'm her biggest headache, but I'm also her biggest supporter. I'm her biggest advocate to say, hey, babe, you can do this. Like, you know, X, Y, and Z. But I was like, yo, let's go to this concert. She was like, you really want to go? And I was like, yeah. So we pull up, and the venue was called, what was the venue called?
The Ritz.
The Ritz. And they only hold like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Russ had 2,500 people outside. Outside. He doesn't have no huge entourage. He don't roll like that. So,
It was fans.
those are fans. These not just fans. These are supporters. Because there's a difference between fans and supporters.
Yeah.
He got 2,500 in every city. You don't even know it. You don't know it. And it's not like they're all black.
Yeah.
And he's giving you bars. He's giving you a story. That's a slept-on artist. So, long story short, we pull up, and I call him.
Yeah.
He didn't answer. So I'm like, oh, man, we all the way up Raleigh now. You know what I mean?
Like,
So,
y'all took this drive, nigga.
yeah, so I don't want to look weak in front of my girl or nothing. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me just walk up to this dude bus. She's like, you gonna what? I'm like, wait right here.
Yeah.
Yo. They looked at me there. Oh shit, Chewy here. Get on the bus. I'm like, yo, I got my girl. Let me go get her.
Yeah.
All right. So we on the bus, and his boy Herb whooped my ass in Madden, yo. Whooped my ass.
That's all he do. That's all her do.
That's all he do. That's all he do.
Her get paid $1,700 a month.
Just to let me tell you something. Them boys getting a lot more than 1,700. They getting that bread. He just did a 60 city tour with Live Nation. Just no openers.
I love
no openers.
I love independent.
Yeah, no openers.
Get that show.
So long story short, we sit on the bus. He whooped my ass in Madden. And my girl, I'm looking weak as fuck in front of my girl. She looks like,
you on the bus. It's hard to weak as fuck. She's on the bus.
She want to be with.
Nothing. Which one is you?
No, she knew which one because he was talking trash. Usually it's me. Like, you're a female, right? You're a female. So if you go somewhere, the dude take you out on a date, and he starts losing. What are you gonna do?
You talk mad shit. Y'all know me.
Oh, you not talking I couldn't even talk. She gonna be in hell like, nigga, you get your ass. Like, my girl did one of these because she wasn't my girl at the time. She did one of these like.
Oh shit! She was trying to text her friends and Ronnie like, "You gonna get me?"
You know that text.
This nigga.
I'm gonna tell you one even better. She didn't even do a text. She took a picture.
Like, just in case you talk shit to me.
Just in case we ever get to argument.
I'm gonna call it.
You lost and I got proof. Like, what did you say when you lose in an argument? You could be wrong on, you could be right on everything in the argument.
It don't
and
matter.
once you says, yo, I got evidence that you lost.
Evidence. That's it.
You can't say nothing no more. You're not hurting my pride. So when Russ gets on the bus and Russ sees me, he's like, yo, what you doing up here? Why you ain't tell me? I was like, I don't gotta tell you that I'm coming. Like, bro, like, what you think? You come to North Carolina, I got to see you. You know what I mean? And so we wound up playing 2K because he looks at the score. He's like, damn, bro, you suck. I don't think I know what happened, right?
Got him.
We want to know.
Did you get
Dogged. I dogged him in 2K. I slaughtered him. He got on and did the show. He cursed out the sound man. He cursed out the manager. Wait, am I lying? He cursed out everybody on the stage like, I don't want nobody recording me right here.
Salty. Salty.
It's time to go.
He a sore loser.
Russ, this is what it is. I gotta.
I had Milwaukee Bucks.
You had the Bucks.
They're nice.
They nice.
And what team he had?
I want to say he had like the Clippers. He had a solid team. So now
How much Parker had? How much Parker had in the game?
Jabari?
How much he had?
Smooth 30.
That's how I love it. Smooth 30. Jabari.
Smooth 30. Duke! Chapel Hill all day. Shout out my brother. Duke! What other question before we're done?
Word, I got any other questions?
I do. Right now, you said you're breezing. And we can appreciate that because you got to a level now where you kind of just want to chill out, smell the roses, you want to enjoy your lady.
Talking to the
I'm
lady.
about to say, can I hear you?
Sit the fucking head.
Gunshot.
Sound effects.
Boom.
Now that we know, again, that you're on the rise, even though you kind of, like you said, you plateaued, but this is a personal plateau. It's something that you chose to do. What's the next goal for you? Because it's something, the type of person that you portray yourself to be right now, I know something's brewing.
There's always
Right, so although you've plateaued by choice, something you're still working on something.
I'm always working.
Right,
Like,
so what's next?
Like even when it's hard for me to say what's next. I look up to Kevin Gates in that man. I don't like saying my next move. I just like being patient and letting it work itself out because I always feel as though as soon as you announce that move, something always messes up. Like you can be like, yo, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, and at 8 o'clock I'm going to the gym, and then at 10 o'clock I'm gonna do this, and then you go to sleep, you wake
And
up.
it don't happen like that.
It don't happen. So
Right.
all the thing I can tell you is that expect greatness and expect more hard work, more dedication, and more creative things. I'm always studying. Like I don't like going out, but I like going out. If that's weird, because I don't like going out because I don't like going nowhere for free.
Yeah.
you devalue yourself. That means whether I'm getting booked for $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000, I'm devaluing myself being out there. But I'm studying my market so that I know what's going on. Like I know right now the hottest song in the club. Could you tell me?
Nope. What is the hottest song?
Cardi B.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's LeBron.
You wanted to.
That song is hard. That song is
okay, I love her.
I love Cardi.
I heard it like 2 or 3 times, and she was like,
He's
"Oh my God, I gotta learn the word." She's like this. Slinging bricks. My girl, like, I gotta learn this. Like, you know what I mean? But I know that because I study it, and I make that correlation with my radio station. That's where my strength in radio is now. The fact that I'm a millennial. I know how to express myself at times, and I try to do my best to say, "Hey, we got to give the culture what they want."
Yeah,
supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
All right, so at the end of the day, man, you're here, and again, we appreciate you because you don't do interviews. My next statement is going to sound a little ridiculous because based on hard work, we need to be wherever Chewy is making the next move. So we don't need to know about the next move, but when the next move happens, don't forget where you was at when we spoke about not talking about the next move.
This is some real movies and circus right
So, only thing I can tell you is that, you know what I mean, if you listened to this interview earlier, I kind of felt as though I gave you enough hints.
I heard some things,
Like, if you really listen to what I was said, like, and break down what I said, you could find out on your own. Yeah. You could see, like, okay, I get where you're coming from. Like, I see the vision that he has, and, you know what I mean, he's doing the right thing. Like, right now in this interview, I do everything right. I do everything, you know what I mean, I think about the decisions I do now. Because I understand and realize that I'm now a person that's being looked at all the time. I'm a person that little kids are starting to admire and wanting to be like. I'm that new person for them, so I got to start developing and treating myself like that. You know, a lot of people, it may rub people off wrong. People may be like, "Yo, who this guy think he is?" Yeah. I mean, he's always going to be. I'm who I'm destined to be. Exactly. I'm who I'm destined to be. That's why I like Lucci so much. Yeah. That's why I really like Lucci. I talk to him frequently. Like, I love his dog concept.
He grew on me, dog. I tell you, when it came into the label, he was riding a scooter. And he had a scooter. I'm talking about a Razor. Yeah. I mean, you said you was behind him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing on the couch. He come through with a Razor. He got the microphone. The niggas all around him, so he can't get a whole stride out. Yeah. That nigga getting a half stride.
Well, you know what happened with the scooter, right? Lorenzo, aka Gutter, that's a security dude. He just had to carry him. Yeah. That night it was raining.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Carry him. Yeah, it's to carry him. Carry him? Because he just couldn't get through. So he wanted, not like a little kid carry, but like, you know, a football player get injured, they're like this.
Carry him? Like, no, he picked the nigga off the ground. The nigga feet was dangling. But the wheels on the scooter was rolling, they wouldn't even touch the ground. This nigga's big, y'all.
But I really love what you guys are doing. I feel as though you guys have a lot more, way more freedom than I have. Because you know, like the things I do now, I gotta go through pre-approval.
Yeah, right. That's that syndication.
The corporate interest. The corporate interest.
Let's say that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
You know, but like what you guys are able to do, you know, gentlemen such as the gentleman that was on before me. You giving them a platform now, whether 10 people watch this or whether one person or 1,000 people watch this, it's a platform where they're able to display themselves. You're giving them a voice or an outlet to give their voice out on, and even if people don't hear it, they feel better to say, hey, you know, I got it off my chest, and if people want to know, now that they can tune into you.
It's a game rap, too.
Exactly.
It's a game rap.
There's something right here I wish I could have done. I just don't have the time nor patience, truthfully told. My girl yelled at me about, do y'all watch Gary Vee?
Oh, yeah.
That's Vaynerchuk. I love Vaynerchuk. I didn't even know. I was watching Gary before he switched the shit up to just Gary Vee. Yeah. I was having to explain it to niggas. You know, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh, that's
Vaynerchuk.
Yeah, I know.
I got on him like super late.
It's all good. It's all good, but you on him. It's still people
right.
on him.
He's so
See, but I'm the type of guy though. I'll listen to him, but I'll also dissect what he's saying. And be like, oh, I don't like that, and I'll tell her like, babe, I don't like when he's.
Yeah, he's not always right.
He's not always right. I feel as though with him, he talks about he gives solutions for broad spectrum. And people are asking him
macro.
Micro question, right?
Don't
micro
mess with
question,
me,
right?
I'm like,
Wait, no, that's not
He gives macro, but people ask him micro questions.
Exactly, and I feel as though to a certain degree that's unfair to the people that's asking because you're giving a broad answer, but you're dissecting your broad answer. You're not being like, so what you do this
and getting
you have. There's so much
Breaking it down
information
and
you
all
have
that,
to get from somebody that if you want to give them help, you got to ask them their outlook on things.
Right.
Where is this at? What do you plan on doing with this? Like, there's so many different things. Not to say he doesn't do it all the time, but for a couple of times I heard it, I just pointed out. But I think he's awesome. In a nutshell, I wish I could do something like that. I love it.
That's what's up. See that? Shit, gunshot.
Yeah.
Can I hit a gunshot?
I have a mic. Gunshot.
So, man, we really appreciate you for coming out and our past guests for coming out. I said past guests. Our first guest for coming out.
Make sure y'all get that boat ride too, man. I heard y'all talking about
that. We on that boat ride.
Hey, y'all pull up, man.
See,
we on that boat.
I really don't do stuff like that no more, man. That sucks.
Yo,
y'all try to have fun though.
Yo, we gonna bring a nobody punch.
Wait a minute, hold on. You can't swim. What's wrong?
Hold on. I know you said you don't drink. You gotta get at least a swig.
I just don't.
Can we get a swig?
You don't be on the yacht chilling.
Hold on, I'm trying to get you to get a swig.
You ask me.
Peer pressure, after school special.
Huh?
If you ask me, dog, the reason why I don't do stuff like that no more is that I learned not to put myself in situations, and I'm happy with what I got at home. Like I work hard every single day. Every single day I work hard. There's no need for me to go be in a crowd of people that I know I'm just gonna get blitzed on. Could I get on the radio? Could you play my song? Could you do this? I hate that. I
feel you.
Like there's a reason why I like traveling. I like going places no one knows me. Where I can just be like, just absorb the atmosphere.
Just be you and just chill out.
Is that when I go out in Charlotte, it's 1,000 hands I gotta shake.
Yeah.
High fives and hugs.
Points.
No, typically I'll be with it, but there'll be some days like if I'm stressed out over my daughter be making me mad, man.
Girls is a different animal. Bro, I just had a girl.
You whip your daughter? How old is your daughter? You whipped her yet?
No, she.
No.
That's fine.
You gotta get ahead of that.
I don't beat no one. She was in the womb.
She gonna do that in the future. You gotta get ahead of it now.
I ain't gonna front. I whip my kid.
That's a different. No.
At
7 months.
I think you'll do 7 weeks.
Listen, my daughter's a genius. I don't think y'all understand. My daughter was opening up the pantry and climbing the pantry to the top shelf just so she could get candy in the morning.
Greedy.
Smart. You look at it as greedy. I look at it as smart.
Right.
Like, you actually could while I'm asleep. Like
She figured it out.
You must got a kid.
I got two.
Okay, so you know what I mean? But when you got a kid that's actually super smart that could get it on her own, that's why I know my daughter's got to be destined for more greatness. Yeah. Probably more than I am because I plan on putting her in a position where she could be better than me and whatever she decides to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I looked and I was like, yo, this little girl, she's persistent, intelligent, and independent. Yeah. She said, yo, you ain't gonna give me candy?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever climbed a cabinet.
That's what you think.
Yeah. And now I can be like, yo, okay, so you know I told you no, and you still went and did it. You deserve to get popped.
Yeah, but she ain't got no time for that.
She also lets out the candy. She also
she gets her tremendous.
Oh, it's all about effort. I'm telling you, that's what's missing out of this. This
maximum
millennium.
Maximum
effort.
But yo, man, one more time, tell the people they can find you at you.
Man, find me all over.
And at the house at the same damn time.
Yo, you was here. Wait, you was here when we just told them there's a lot of foolish people. A lot of people just Googled all over. They're looking for your picture. Yeah. This nigga lying. This nigga lying.
I don't see
know you can find me at No Advisory Podcast.
You about to Google all over.
That's that punch in this
All over.
We about to, matter of fact, when you hashtag Chewy all over.
That's the new slang. Chewy all over.
Chewy all over.
I may change the name of the show now.
Chewy all over.
Remember who gave you that? Remember who gave you that?
Never forgave you that. But yo, one more time, get up for Chewy. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
We late.
I gotta cut the AC on though.
Yeah.
AC is on.
You can tell me.
I'm cold.
It's mad hot here. So
Yo, hold on. We had Billy E.
That's my sister.
Yo, I was sweating bullets. I was sweating. Yeah, Vita, so yeah, so cause we had these hot ass robes on and
I
shit.
saw that.
Yeah, we was. I was fucking.
nigga, you shiny now. You shiny.
Nah, y'all.
Now you sweat. No, that's the point.
That's the alcohol.
That's the point.
That's
the
Dog,
point.
I was like, I had to get tissues. Like, yo, oh my god. I was and I gave her that fucking dry ass wine and shit. I put the shit in the freezer.
We was starting it up.
Yeah, well, that was my bad.
So we need to revisit some of those guests.
Like
They try to do it over.
I think you guys are off to a good start. I think you guys continue to develop your own lane, develop your own craft. Y'all not gonna look at me and be like, oh, Chewy, da da da. Y'all gotta be looking at yourselves like, yeah, you know, it's weird though. Let me tell y'all something. Like, manage your success, plan out your success, because a lot of people don't, and then that's how you become a. No, you'll be just a star, like, and you're done.
Right.
A star burns out fast.
Right.
That's why when you say famous, I don't look at famous. I look at hard work, and I look at it a different way. Like, we still just getting started.
Yeah, facts.
Like, this, we gotta look back on this one day and be like, yo, remember?
You
when
remember?
this?
Right.
Remember,
We say that all the time.
Y'all just gotta remember, everybody gotta be level-headed.
Right.
Be dedicated.
That's the thing. Humble.
You know what I mean? But I learned that you gotta respect other people's opinions. I never like to respect other people's opinions, and that's something y'all do, and I think that's awesome. So shout out to y'all, like, really working.
Word.
Word up. And get him some real change.
Real? Hey, that's all the real that you Talk about spending my money.
But wait, didn't JC say something?
Nigga, this a real gold jar top right here.
Yo, before we leave though, we want to get some pictures, and you have to get the more advisory experience.
Let's do this quick.
What's that?
You'll see.
You'll see. Right.
You'll see.
Let's go.
You know what it is? Like this. It's his very last question. That's what the fuck it is.
That's it. This is the very last
Crack question.
No.
You might answer that.
But I'm saying,
Not this week.
Not this week. You gonna cut that off?
Yeah.
your son, it's cool. It's cool, son.
One time, get up for our guest tonight, man. I'm doing my podcast. Episode 35, signing out. Bang, bang.
Let's go. Move these tables. Let's get these pictures.
We'll say we get these pictures, get the experience, and we out. What time is it?
We out. Late. It's over. It's over. We always late.
You're
I'm
right.
gonna go upstairs and give her a hug. I'm gonna go upstairs and give her a hug.
Where does that time go? It be like,
Because we like engaging in so much conversation.
Somebody's downstairs.
y'all right?